Fonsa Guachi, what bumping for any Fonsa Guachi and a Monday.
Be a dish you see your family Guachi.
Where did you
be a chin this year?
Oh, yeah, this year way.
The hasn't yet this year. Be this year, and baby, I'm here this room.
So, Una will come in. Where this year way? May this year be a Mijano. And if Fonsa Guachi or bumping for him, or Bodro against Belly, or bowing. I was say.
That's the day. As na board road or Mukom Horner.
As no Okojili.
I take dear Combo, or call example board road. Dear Como. Which Madrid for you serious?
Head Joshua, Tiuni Banning. Who went to me as a penny? Who began as a Madrid for a day? Was about Madrid for a day? It was say time. Mean say time, Yavata.
Oh, I did.
Young go to him too.
Who was all analysis of my mother?
And cancer may analysis be out.
It's Madrid for you serious. Oh, yes, serious.
Are they
serious? How many serious?
Angela Madrid in serious.
Now, why she was already league? I mean, your friend is El Sadar. Yes, I didn't know El Sadar. Which when you say 24 years, Madrid in losing to your friend say Osasuna. 24 years. Last year, El Sadar, Barcelona drop your points. Atletico Madrid drop your points. Omo Madrid Corona drop your points. So, Abrana gave me a 1-1 in the 81st minute thereabout. I felt like, okay, it's at the El Sadar. Most of the big clubs in Spain call Momo struggle kaka. And of course, the likes of Antebo, the Memo, on a day like that, they always want to show, say, Charlie, the big boys have come to town. You see, especially when you watch the second half of that Madrid game. Now, the way Osasuna for no Mobona, it was very typical of English Premier League. Say, Oko away grounds to say Sunderland and the likes, just defending their balls and going long. That made me question a little bit of the starting lineup and even the substitution of Avero Abeloa. When the game stretched, the two centre-backs that were there for Madrid were Asensio and Alaba. These are not natural centre-backs. Obi say Alaba, who now becomes the leader of the back four, now is a natural centre-back. And when the game had to be stretched, Obi say Asensio, only too experienced, now began to do things that he couldn't do. Which I thought Madrid at least could come away with 1 point, but losing it is when. But Abelo says still, it's not over. Says still, Madrid for now are still in the running for the Champions League, so we'll see how it's going to go. Barca had a job to do when they did it. Which Mekacho said in all of the 8 games that Barca had played at the Spotify Camp Nou this season, 8 matches, not a single one of them are normal share, and in all of them they'll give you the goals. Express your one the Spotify count. No, they will play and score the goals for you, and that's exactly what Football Club Barcelona did yesterday. And I like this annotation from La Liga Forum. Almost a smiling image of Hansi Dieter Flick, and on the other side with 61 points, and a more gloomy face of Abranti Alfredo Alvaro Abelo on the other side. Madrid for back into second place with 1 point in there, which I've said it several times. I thought Madrid should have gotten the job done. This sliding tackle wasn't a good one. Barca had a job to do, and it started with Abrantia, Barca for no, a training being shot, a friend Benny, Mark Barnau, good performance. And which at a place where there's Frankie de Jong, there's Pedri Gonzalez almost every time. I told you 2 seasons ago in preseason, sure Mark Barnau, I felt that there was a lot of quality in him. About 6 maybe. When you push him to 8, he can also be very instrumental. And he has the frame of Sergio Busquets. Very intelligent, so it's very good cognitive ability and strength our game in him. And he's not too physical. He knows when and how to get close to danger areas. Whether it's on the ball, off the ball, to be influential and get a job done, it was a very good one for him. It was one of the matches Lamine Yamal was the main guy. Of course, Abrantia friend Jacques Cancelo had a cameo, and it was a very good one for him. Say Pedri Gonzalez Eba for Barcelona, and he's fully fit and he plays even for 10 minutes or 20 minutes, which highlight affects almost everybody in the team.
No, a new Barcelona.
Yes, Emma Barcetino etiquette nicely. In fact, after that game, you couldn't say when it comes to say Pedro Gonzalez Eba, and you're just in the attack, they get a lot of positives even in defense because they're a good organizer. And when Barcelona have the ball, which is the most crucial part of defending now, he is able to do a lot more with the ball, recycle it, control the intensity of the game which is very, very positive for them. And Bernal was instrumental. Frankie de Jong, seeing Fermin Lopez, quality display. And you have to give credit to Team F1 Football Club Barcelona. And now, Jules Koundé say, we can feel when Pedri is missing, even in defense. So Pedri, even in the defense.
Yeah,
because you say,
you could feel it in the absence.
Yes. Sometimes people think that you only defend without the ball. But defending starts from with the ball. And the coaches will tell you that. Okay, the ball now. That is where you set the rest defense. And when you have the ball, what you do with the ball dictates what may happen to you without the ball. And that is why Pedri is very, very important for Football Club Barcelona. Without it, Rich, you see, what happened in this game, social match, Nibia, from the blast of the whistle, you could tell where it was going. You could tell. Say, boy, we beat me 1-1. Or you couldn't tell.
Game win.
Yeah.
First time, then Chelsea kill the game.
And I make
the game in the first.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Say, because
Chelsea to bed, we a game no.
That is exactly what I'm trying to say, Anna. Say, because Chelsea could not kill off the game in the first half. When the game began to stretch, you could tell that, I didn't remember who be that. And you know why? Which one said this season, Chelsea are winning 6 matches per LFA in the English Premier League. 6. 6. You have 11 more games to go. We play how many? 38 matches. I think we've played somewhere over 30 matches. Premier League in this season. So it means at least in your crown. Which, if you've won just 6 at home, that is worrying. And after the 6 home wins, not Chelsea and Yana, Rich. Oh, when Samsung has 6 red cards, 6 home wins, 6 red cards. Rich, that is where the problem is for Chelsea. For some reason, they don't have control in games and also even control psychologically. So Stamford Bridge obviously is not a fortress. All of Chelsea red cards somebody this season now have all come there. There is a red card or Chelsea are struggling to win. Rich, to top that, Chelsea loses 17 points from winning positions at home. See a good Premier League, you know. Team where they can take lead. Now, either say you have a match in you know. We lose one answer we draw Chelsea Football Club. And on the top of my head, I can count many Brighton and Hove Albion, Aston Villa, last night against Burnley, Leeds United. They have seen and Casa Crabba and 2 back-to-back has happened.
Leeds and then Burnley.
So clearly, it tells the serious immaturity of the squad.
Me will be on meantime question coaches.
Yeah.
Because they be on catch as a coach, and I didn't know.
Yeah.
Because coach better say take a decision.
Yeah.
On any decision will be taken based on the honor.
Yeah.
And only taking a decision.
Yeah.
Oko Park and as well. Left with unu players. Now I'm betting execute job no. Say be ya na sa enye.
Yeah.
But I think that this particular game drawn with the both players and the coach in now.
Why the coach?
Players are not in the sense that first half, Ominya clear cartons and then come to finish the game now. But you see, baby, I blame Rosenier. Obo game for Nanya yellow card in the first half. In the second half, time I'm mobile, I knew somebody for no. I'm target will be for now because of yellow card. Another tackle will be about Kobe, about attracting yellow card, red card. I'm almost about giving him. Then mobile second half when you name red card. On your red card now clearly. Unsa Rosenier panic with the changes no yeah. Why take Kopama off? Because Sawo Banlia on him Kopama, what he can do with the ball. Yes, Kopama on target. But the ball never can he's dangerous. It is a Bandi for Sakabo no almost transit here. They know there's a certain Kopama about board mana. They immediately will take Kopama off from say I game no.
I would have to disagree.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean the change is not panicky kakra.
Say anything that makes us
bringing a lot of defenders, taking off the strikers now. And my game na fena barely for it Bobby.
So again, I would have to disagree.
Okay, me too.
Almost
so there.
Almost man yes sir. Because
me too.
Honestly, I mean yes sir.
Mate chairman.
Unza wo count there no.
Be me na me too Adam.
There be two boss me. once I walk out there, no, respectfully, me tea when I interact.
Yeah.
And you've explained.
Sure.
And what thoughts are true because that is what you've seen.
Okay.
And that's what you're pushing for.
Okay. So who's there in Pacha?
I mean,
Pacha me Madam. Achim this year meet you.
Okay. Me tell because I have to disagree with you. I say, Rich. Man City match normally Newcastle boy. Man City had a centre back that had gotten a yellow card in the first half. The game was very physical. Yeah. I think it was Guardiola or something.
Diaz.
Yeah. First half with the yellow card. The game went on. He didn't get a red card.
I'm about second half for uniform.
The game no.
Yes, I sit in Newcastle.
Yeah, but you look at the time that he was taking off. No red card. Rich, sir, first half na Chelsea boy. One, Cole Palmer was problematic for Chelsea. All of the Chelsea fans that watched the game, he has Chelsea's best chances. In fact, in the first half, the same transitions they are talking about, yeah, Bobo to Cole Palmer and him. The ruthlessness of Cole Palmer that we know from last season, this season, he didn't have it. He didn't score that goal. Second half, Malo Gusto square ball, man. I don't know where Cole Palmer's concentration was on the day, but he couldn't control the ball. He went under his feet and he couldn't score that goal. You see, I'm saying I disagree with you because I don't want to blame Rosinha.
Okay.
Because yes, I am going to blame every coach that Chelsea bring in. It happened that Enzo Maresca. We blame Maresca. We question Maresca's even discipline. In fact, people said that because or no Enzo Maresca any red card before the touchline, players need to also do red card. I remember his story said any red card be head down to discipline. You see, the game around the 64th minute, not Chelsea pushing for the second goal. So they were pressing and counter pressing. Pressing, counter pressing. In fact, Wesley Fofana was the most important player to counter press and win the ball back for Chelsea in that area. Before signing the red card, no, we winning more than 2 or 3 times. Rich, how will you know? Especially in game where Chelsea were in total control of the game, that there was going to be that. For me, the problem is the attitude of Wesley Fofana and the yellow card only in the first half. That is why Chelsea should punish him.
That was bizarre.
Yes.
Because
yes. I think first half yellow card, it was meaningless. And that's
the second half, taking him off.
You see, again, I can understand where you're coming from. But realistically, in a game where Chelsea were in total control, I have a feeling that Abianca 70th minute could be in a frame. But you're in total control. We most aggressive centre back of Boa Omar recover ball on the background, Wesley. So you don't probably want to change the dynamic of the game. Oh, Kakra. And that's why I want to cut Yam Rosinha some slack. So, of course, that's when you know film in this same instance because after the game, Yam Rosinha said, well, who Chelsea players want to be interested?
Okay.
He said it clear. And the last Chelsea coach I heard say that was Jose Mourinho. His second time in Chelsea. Or catch a Chelsea players, well, who plays him one man? He cannot trust them. And after that red card of Wesley Fofana, Rich no sorry.
Because I'm not. Red card. Unnecessary tackle.
I just don't understand. For me, that first yellow card. No. Oh, see, I disagree with all of the racial abuse at Chelsea for the man in his DMs, but he has to be punished. And it's separate situations. You see, Rosinha has to stamp his feet now. Oh, Wesley Fofana told him who proud in chain. But in that centre back team, in that punishment, if it means it says Wesley Fofana beba, no Mama Dusa imagine a position on man in chain. My problem is that I hope Mama Dusa also started bar. Obetini a ball as well as him. Senebeya now Chelsea will not think of bringing in a Manchester friend Mama Dusa.
Still, I disagree with you.
Okay.
I think that after the red card, the coach panicked.
You see,
why take? Oh, you see, games be saying no. Berlin now on the neighbor. Watching one, and you play about a film.
Yeah.
Over 10 against 11.
Yeah.
What you do is that at least take wingers in the back of room. Would your players don't beat me? I hold you on with the ball. No, leave them because anytime be as a belly for no air transit here. I'm sure you know say there's a certain goal players are very dangerous. Obey me, I'm conversation with Kakra.
You see,
it's over here. Time or the defenders will be a bad game now. I'm a belly for the game.
You see, immediately Chelsea. I watched the game too. Immediately Chelsea had a red card.
Yeah.
Like I say, you could palm frame.
Yeah.
mind you, nominal formation all starts, you know. Only one winger pen start here. One natural winger, which is Pedro Neto. Now, Pedro Neto and Cole Palmer say, oh yeah, the two set of analysis now. You are looking at which of the two center forwards, which of the two players they will pace, because you are talking about transitions. Yeah. Now, Pedro Neto is a pacey player than Cole Palmer. I didn't have a problem with that. Again, where depart from where you are, they are all kind of, the substitution of Joao Pedro and bringing in Liam Delap. Because I felt a match for Liam Delap.
Okay.
It was a game where I felt
go.
Yes, where you could palm a free because on when Pranis animal you need free. But let's stick with Liam Joao Pedro for the rest of the game. After time or the champion money at the Adebayo was because he felt that he had to go and do a lot of defending. This is where Wesley Fofana was laughing after seeing the red card. That first one, which I'm worried for Cole Palmer because boss be on Cole Palmer. But the two games, Leeds United and this one, maybe I need to be a little bit patient to him.
Okay.
Which near said Chelsea never the most difficult fixture. I mean, the mean of the difficulty of fixtures after West Ham United for the rest of the games. I want to believe Liam Rosini and the boys can give us a solid performance. Which I told you that nothing has happened. And now Tottenham was best stadium now. Arsenal phoning him. But before that, Man City was supposed to go and do the job against Newcastle. Obi an aggregate version of 42. What do you mean any bother? When they get Newcastle, they beat them. In fact, I think that Eddie Howe and Ramsey and he did it well. They put in a good fight. Which the two goals from Nico O'Reilly, especially the second half, bad defending from team my friend in Newcastle United. But Pep Guardiola and his boys are there. Me Dennis say Premier League you might 2 points. Obo, mabo. It's going to be like that. Two teams that want to go at it. This is not an analysis thing that I'm going to say. On a personal level, I wish Pep Guardiola feels the pain of the ODI. A lot of managers of Premier League. Uchesi na se wenya. Rich yachi bibia. Empire mi bo nyina se Pep. Enye 2 points say ya. O se na asna. No ma kweti no ma bodro. Sa ani upon 2 points na asna. Oni bia in Liverpool. Oni bia in Arsenal. I want Pep Guardiola's last season in the English Premier League to be like that. Rich Arsenal reacted. Is Eze the man for the big games for Arsenal?
I think so. Especially some Tottenham there.
Because Mikel Arteta said Eze bu funo on any nkasa because he doesn't get a lot of game time and he took it personal. Like you're saying, 5 goals in both North London derbies. But Rich Arsenal showed spirit. They had to react and they did. For me, the most important thing and the big talking points on the night are now they be a Yedi Komono. Which one of the best things I like about the Arsenal team is that when the matters moves and their big boys have to sit up and get a job done, and they do that. Abenti Efreno, David Raya, Rich on the night he had to get a job done, he did. Made some crucial saves. Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba, all of them, and of course, my branch friend Mikel Arteta makes some good changes as well. Liverpool Coco Winnie away from home, with respect to games are not Liverpool. But and then you remember against Everton,
good job.
Yeah, Dickinson.
Yeah,
easy crowd.
Since I a ball, I think West Ham right.
Yeah,
and you ball draw no.
Yeah,
and you training game. Well, let's go and play.
And beat them, man.
And beat them. Relax.
Yeah, relax.
Relax.
Go and play and beat them.
Munkobo na munjo.
Mate, mami fancy when
boys no fee. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Omo fee enti ene se o me fie na.
Na
the team back na kofo bia no makobo.
I want to go for the team mas go for Manchester for. We on your mo. It's that and boys need this car. Boys no edit 12 odds na Ochina a Champions League. Indiana Champions League, me pese wa do sika becha. Me pese wo di bi Monday. Now this is Canada coach on Champions League Tuesday and Wednesday. In which my member wetie for code me and sape o show no. So the other 2 is going to be on my social media handle. The first one no BW3EF0F503. Second one no BW3EF0E12C. And a third one BW
Asomo central for the mo da mo bani taxes ni ade na ko bu game ni bia na mo de mo to na mo cheche madwen and I say armchair coaching and na yeah if I say armchair coaching now no pay first of all me Masuma na me say Chelsea in the first half we played a yellow card. So our Chelsea game Libya. We say Diaz in a yellow card in the first half.
Yeah.
Second half on by na Pep say no. The way game this year aggressive no. Aaron was or could be another yellow card. Obenya red and we uniform. A different defender nearby. Now Wesley Fofana and yellow card in the first half.
Yeah.
Second half on banana. I mean it's obvious Benny for neighbor on obey target.
Yeah.
Because of yellow card. The entire time on another one. Send be a game at least you beat me a bumpy. But that time na chase game no. One taking off. And at Chelsea a branch and a second yellow card and a red card. You know coach a shot here the players when the mood now you mean in film at the defenders diaba. Don't you think that changes no yeah no. And a match on board draw.
Okay, Rich, inti mami fa akwenya we na mendi kan enchia etiefuo.
Sure.
Na membo abaso for Jumaden a.
Okay.
Oye wo. Aha. Yes, if you watch the Chelsea game, typically there were a number of things I mean say were going wrong. So what I say. A woman say changes no. Sometimes what it does is that it destabilizes
the team.
The play.
Okay.
So what I say. And there's a reason why at Chelsea this season when you have 7 red cards. So when you have 6 dada. Wesley Fofana red card no over the weekend was the 7th red card. There's a reason. What we say now the dynamics of the game no assessant. Inti say ko bom matcha. Obekaya me catch us say Burnley no. Ono no bia na omba say oba be show. But rather they are going to try and get a point from you, which they will consider as a win for them. Correct, this season they are not able to win games. Meaning, I have an idea, I have a perception about the Premier League. Say, there's no bad side.
Okay.
There's no bad side. Rather, teams now more bottom of the league. No, the thing they struggle with is how to win games. Into win to me and winning game and unya points no. Sana Premier League no, mimi huno. So at the end of the day, when you lose your games, you end up at the bottom of the league. But you go back to Burnley. Burnley for after the first half, game not trust 73 minutes. Na who said no. There's something they want to grab from the game. Now, Omono, they will try to frustrate you. Already, Chelsea, this season, we have seen how their disciplinary record has gone against them. Until once you are accumulating the cards, that teams they are taking note of your weakness.
Yeah.
In this game now, Omoni Burnley over the weekend, there was every right that they had as Burnley to target Obiafemi Fofana. Because they knew very well that if you frustrate him, he will come at you. So what I say, and there's also a reason why after the game we saw what happened to Fofana in the racist acts now, almost sending messages on Instagram. So what I say, so you can partly blame the coach, you can partly blame the team as well. But in this particular instance, maybe the more blame my players. Because look, you are playing with Burnley. Originally, the optics are in your favor. Burnley were the last but one. Top 4. Already no league no winning. So you are chasing top 4. And yes, sir. Yeah. So knowing very well that Burnley a team was channel because now you have the most difficult fixtures after West Ham for the rest of the season. Games where your games are also team picking the points. But after the red card came, the only thing that Rosinia a bit near a team is to try and readjust the players. Knowing very well, say already they might have understood and had a rework of the same tactical framework at the training ground. Say a case comes and arises, say Ubi a red card, say Nebebono. Yeah. It's a sana mimi huno. So I don't really want to blame the coach.
So only South School of Thought in Nyading.
There be.
So you blame the coach because after the red card, it seems a panic here.
But say the same pattern that was under Maresca, we are seeing the same pattern under Rosinia.
Because we are against Manchester United.
So what you say?
First, I think 5 minutes.
And Sanchez, he some mistake now. We need
the red card.
Maresca, tactics no. But Rich, Maminsanka Assembly and Kahun. There's a reason why Chelsea were conceding 11 goals from set pieces this season.
Okay.
So Obekaya, on Brentford Kobo or G-Tech Stadium now, 2-2 no. There was a specific throwing tactics via Brentford AUSU at the share Chelsea last poll. This season, Chelsea has considered that same type of goal 4 times. And now, Oshe, last minute corner now, Burnley for the winning match. Just look at how smart Burnley were. It's because in Premier League, there's no bad side. There is no bad side in the Premier League. But Nyetiane say, they are not able to win games. But the tactical smartness of Burnley, you know, how the team shares our last minute goal, no, tells a lot. It's always say, poor match, no. Rosinha says that say when who players are betting your trusty omo. And again, or say player now omo dedicating his own marky player now share set piece goal last minute, no. One year duma. Which also means that Rosinha has seen the weaknesses of the side. And on Mame Penasem, even though he likes the players, he appreciates them, or ball mabaso, but he needs to be firm on them. Because this is a young side. 1 year, sir, there's no way he will get the best out of them.
Okay.
Because already they are young guys, they are now developing. A big while, contract cry is extended to about 2029 and above. So as you see, so there's a need for Rosinha to stamp his authority. So although he's celebrating the players, getting them to work well and getting the best out of them, no, he needs to ensure that the about team, no, and no obey. Because you cannot sit down and allow Burnley to come at home and come and get that point away from you. That's just the top 4 no cry. You're not even really fighting for the top 4.
Okay.
It's a Chelsea match now on the Burnley ball 1-1.
What all the blame the Bema players?
The Bema players, no,
okay.
more than
the coach.
The coach.
Okay. All right. Arsenal emphatic win 4-1 against Tottenham.
Richard Umekachio over the weekend said Arsenal were going to respond in a way that will get their fans to rally back with them or to rally behind them. And we saw that in the performance against Tottenham Hotspur. Almost a first goal, no. Me who say players, no, they became very confident. Already match started here, no. It was quite end-to-end. So Bia showed confidence. And I was even surprised because Tottenham Hotspur, nobody gave them a dog chance in this game because of injury issues. No Mufesi, and also because Igor Tudor. The games are bought in different clubs. One managing the last 5 clubs on lose in the first game. So they also enjoyed some perception about what would happen in the game. And now, Arsenal for conceding is goal no, through the mistake of Declan Rice. Or consider goal no reaction or yeah. Or say
concentration.
He acknowledged the fact that was a mistake. But he was quick to push the boys to understand that no. Let's concentrate. Let's move on. And that is what I want to see us now doing. Because that is the element of the game that matters most now.
Because mechanism Saturday okay say baby Arsenal do your tactics.
And your tactics.
It's more psychological.
Yes. Because they know the tactics. On say coaching Nankasano, a lot of people think that it is only about the tactical work. Pochettino, omo interview no Nansia and Oka Assembly. Or say to the be on, if you want to get the best out of your players, you need to understand what is happening in their individual lives. And then say, Bia, Okana will be some Umame to saying, Papa to saying, Bibia Boko, there be, but only Omudin Koma. Try and understand what they are thinking about. Try and understand what is going on in their head. It will help you to know how to help them.
Okay.
As a manager, as a coach. And we saw that typically of Pep Guardiola. I told Bia, he's trying to push the players. It's about what's happening in here. So that the players can perform. But Arsenal game no more boy, you know. After they considered the goal, Declan Rice, making some mistake, no. All the players understood that we need to do more. We need to get behind the team. We need to perform better. And they went ahead to score 4 goals, 2 from Gyökeres, 2 from Eberechi Eze. But Rich, Mamika Assembly encounter Eberechi Eze and Gyökeres, both of them, no. Now in the last almost statistics, no. Gyökeres 8 goals in the last 26 appearances. Ena Eberechi Eze, it was 6 goals in his last 23 appearances. If Arsenal be winning league now, what we saw them do over the weekend, they need to continue it till the end of the season.
As it goes in number.
It was a goals new flow. Because Arsenal typically have had a lot of goals come from their set pieces. And say, we say we are set piece kings. But from now to the end of the season, no, if they want to win the league, they need to get these 2 players to score more goals. And I want to share Arsenal say, on forward line, they are the 2 most important players because Omuna over the summer, club sees boarding, form a bad team. So it's so necessary that moving forward, now that they have established their authority, say, London Derby now, Tottenham Hotspur, Ebono, they are more or less supreme above Tottenham Hotspur. But these 2 players, they need to ensure say goals now over the weekend. No, okay. They continue doing that till the end of the season. But there will be more pressure on us now to get more goals from set pieces, which a lot of teams have figured out. Into only Arsenal Omni said, corner bar, we need to do certain things so that Arsenal don't get the opportunity to score. Into your forward line, moving forward from now to the end of the season, goals from Eberechi Eze and Gyökeres said you share over the weekend. Yeah, Arsenal.
In 30 seconds, if you say Arsenal win, no, is there a more cemented as in almost G League, no, or more cemented position, Anna?
There be.
So,
Rich, I catch you last, that was on Saturday, said, Paul Merson, wabo Arsenal pen, or your own legend, wabo Arsenal pen, they say, or a pundit was Sky Sports, or Carson wabra Arsenal, a call Leeds could try 4-0, no. And Oka said, that 4-0 win indicated to him, said Arsenal has won the league, and I said, no, you can't possibly be saying this. ABR or the performance of the day is good enough, but the Premier League, as we see it, no, it goes beyond just the result of a weekend.
Okay.
And you know, Arsenal, what they need to do now is say they will not lose a game. Now, me person me share what will happen between Arsenal and Chelsea in that London derby. Because Liam was will not go there to go and lose because Omoko Carabao Cup no. Especially
the first one.
Yes. So I want to see how both Chelsea and Arsenal will respond.
Okay.
But Arteta, I want to keep saying this. Say he needs to calm the players down. To me, Arsenal will win the league, but it will depend
on the psyche.
And yes, I ain't going.
Matthias, Joshua Holutu, and I take for Martin in Canisha 104.5 yen to also with be. As someone sent for the more bunny, yeah, taxes near the now could be a game we are. Now, my dear, I'm to an more church of my dream. And I say, a armchair coaching. And yeah. You must say armchair coaching in our pay. First of all, me Masman and me say Chelsea in the first half we played a yellow card. So our Chelsea game Libya was a Diaz in a yellow card in the first half.
Yeah.
Second half, I'm buying a pep who's a new. They were a game this year aggressive no. I ran was or could be another yellow card. Ubina red and we uniform. A different defender nearby. Now, Wesley for fun and yellow card in the first half.
Yeah.
Second half, more banana. I mean, it's obvious, Benny for neighbor on obey target.
Yeah.
Because of yellow card. The entire time, another one. Said be a game, at least, you bet me a bumpy. But that time, I'm chase a game now. One taking off. And at Chelsea, a branch and a cunya, second yellow card and a red card. You are coach, a shot here, the players were in the mood now, you mean in every at the defenders, the abba. Don't you think that changes no yeah no? And I'm just on board draw.
Okay, Rich, inti mamifa akwenya we na mindi kan enchia etiefuo.
Sure.
Na membo abaso for Jumaden a.
Okay.
Oye wo. Aha. Yes, if you watch the Chelsea game, typically there were a number of things I mean who say were going wrong. So what you say. A woman say changes no. Sometimes what it does is that it destabilizes
the team.
The play.
Okay.
So what you say. And there's a reason why at Chelsea this season when you have 7 red cards. So when you have 6 dada. Wesley Fofana red card no over the weekend was the 7th red card. There's a reason. One say now the dynamics of the game no assistant. It is a kobo matcha. Obekaya me catch us a Burnley no. Ono no bia na omba say oba be show. But rather, they are going to try and get a point from you, which they will consider as a win for them. Already this season, they are not able to win games. Meaning, I have an idea, I have a perception about the Premier League. Say, there's no bad side.
Okay.
There's no bad side. Rather, teams now more bottom of the league, you know. The thing they struggle with is how to win games. Into win to me and winning game unya points no. Sana Premier League no, mimi huno. So at the end of the day, when you lose your games, you end up at the bottom of the league. But you go back to Burnley. Burnley for no, after the first half, game not trust 73rd minutes na who said no. There's something they want to grab from the game. Now Omono, they will try to frustrate you. Already Chelsea no, this season we have seen how their disciplinary record no, has gone against them. Until once you are accumulating the cards no, that teams no, they are taking note of your weakness.
Yeah.
In this game now, Omoni Burnley ball over the weekend, no, there was every right that they had as Burnley to target Obiafemi Fofana, because they knew very well that if you frustrate him, he will come at you. So what I say, and there's also a reason why after the game we saw what happened to Fofana in the racist acts now, almost sending messages on Instagram. So what I say, so you can partly blame the coach. You can partly blame the team as well. But in this particular instance, no, they more blame my players. No? Because look, you are playing with Burnley. Originally, the optics are in your favor. Burnley were the last but one. Which is top four. Already no league no winning. So you are chasing top four. And yes, sir. Yeah. So knowing very well that Burnley a team was channel, because now you have the most difficult fixtures after West Ham for the rest of the season. Games where your games are also to be picking the points. But after the red card came, no, the only thing that Rosinia Abua team no is to try and readjust the players. Knowing very well, say already they might have understood and had a rework of the same tactical framework at the training ground. Say a case comes and arises, say Ubi a red card, say Nebebono. Yeah. It's a sana mimi huno. So I don't really want to blame the coach.
So only some school of thought in anything.
There be.
So you blame the coach because after the red card, it seems a panic here.
But say the same pattern that was under Maresca, we are seeing the same pattern under Rosinia.
Because when you are against Manchester United.
So what you say?
First, I think 5 minutes.
And Sanchez, he some mistake now. We need
the red card.
Maresca no tactics no. But Rich, Mamin Sanka Assembly and Kahun. There's a reason why Chelsea were conceding 11 goals from set pieces this season.
Okay.
So Obekaya, on Brentford Kobo or G-Tech Stadium now, 2-2 no. There was a specific throwing tactics via Brentford AUSU at the share Chelsea last poll. This season, Chelsea has considered that same type of goal 4 times. And now, Oshe, last minute corner now, Burnley for the winning match. Just look at how smart Burnley were. It's not because in Premier League there's no bad side. There is no bad side in the Premier League. But Nhyira say they are not able to win games. But the tactical smartness of Burnley, no, how the team shares our last minute goal, no, tells a lot. It's always say match, no. Rosinia says that say when who players are betting you trust you, and again, or say player now dedicating his own market player now shares our set piece goal last minute, no. One year duma. Which also means that Rosinia has seen the weaknesses of the side. And even though he likes the players, he appreciates them, but he needs to be firm on them. Because this is a young side. One year, sir, there's no way he'll get the best out of them.
Okay.
Because already they are young guys, they are now developing.
Nkoma kakra ewo ayen nkwafa manso na yewe de we niam anso esi eko winum say na UEFA Champions League matches and anope yaba ne yebedi ho nkoma kakra winum say na Atletico Madrid don betre fie wo mun club bridge ana ebo afenso bind of fall of a course wo mun Olympiacos said this year na yenya Inter Milan boboko no wo mun Bordeaux Glimt ana ebo Newcastle ebetre fie atwa ne quarterback na afenso mu game na timi abaso and ye matches etota we UEFA Champions League and anope ne me ka che kakra Ediama one Shisha would do in so me pato de Chen Madrid one by what de beta Sisha Madrid stories air training bano and yasam to Jose Mourinho William sir one head coach at the Emma Benfica Bobokono nano da card echo Edmano and no yes Jose Mourinho Casa ni entire career in Anum sir Daobe Cocha Yabeman card na o next gamer aya on time pay interview cop aya on time and person background interview ana we kwampa no etino there's a saga when sembebre abaho reporter mensaka sir yes Jose Mourinho I na adwe say game we no one person bekasa afa ho and press conference na say on person beko sanko benya pa eni kwaso obia ese ne kete say one corner anka one koko sani adade and a reporter efi Jose Mourinho akatem adi eba ewe dwumade so na no pay na me ka kire adi ama won hihia hodo nyina so na aside that ne Benfica boboko no reporter mensaka say UEFA and so eni o madi nkomo won say Benfica twa statement adi koma UEFA say wo ma brancha ni de Samalta wo mu so Federico Valverde man hankanana wo de na batwa ye na dwuma na so man bros ama Benfica for the future na nke say UEFA ahwe sansem no yase UEFA for akacha Benfica for say abanta no joye no asotwe bia ni ho a so mo de makati ntie bia wo ma twe yo mo say Federico Valverde ba benya bana na say e bia fan bia pato UEFA a communicate aka ata Benfica boboko no na Benfica for the statement about Bantesa UEFA for you know in fact wo mani ani hoka esa sabio wo bi edi niamo aniamo nsem na wo bi nsem na ba bedama na ma hwedi ama Federico Valverde tesa ni so problem bia ni no ho yase anya de se Benfica for any statement UEFA and so ajablom no I know your reporter mensa eka e wo dwumadi so na wonim se joyinka eye presiane wadi finish junior sa wo ma de na esi no kobaka kwa mensa ka yase UEFA ama brantene ban kradada womo ama no aye provisional aye suspension na sa provisional suspension na womo de ama Jean-Luc aye present no reporter mensaka aye say abantene yese wadi Benfica for nebeba do sa aye suspension o ho de UEFA for ebia efi enen kwapem tira na se ebia womo enya de official na so ma release sa abantene no afa ba ne de o manya ban ne abantene kwakwa anasa suspension no wo manya edi ama brantene kwakwa na yetimahu se etina game no babo anasa o mobeta ena no pe reporter mensaka say Benfica for say so provisional suspension so ni provisional suspension wo me de akoda ne eba na omu wotidie ye pass akoda no woni problem bia ensam na Vinicius Junior e de to no so na nya de sa brantene no e ka sansam ni ti no ano aye Benfica ne Madrid wo mu game on bebo ne kina no ye dia eba e wo dwumade so na no pe no make it ediama reporter mensaka say Saudi Pro League no once yedika ba be ka say 50 plus players up wo be ka so be hiom no yes Premier League no about 2 players I confirm say om don be dwane na sa 2 players no yes about the Premier League na omo cathedrals ye pa omo big fish e wo Premier League no better ama obi adwen ye ne say ana say Bruno Fernandes we benya akọ Mohamed Salah no benya akọ na because omo ye 2 players omo ye big e wo Premier League no sa 40 ana say 50 plus players yes saw the Pro League ne ka so omo prom no na sa 2 players ne womti besi ne yen say da enya di no better reporter mensaka say yes 2 players Premier League no womu ewodi ye ewomu pa no ade penny say on bedwane Saudi Pro League no I don't reporter mensaka ewodumade so ene anopay mi ketre diamond better me kwa Napoli na makwa kodi nkoba kakwa na ade bia si awo Napoli ho yese wo ko Napoli na no da Atalanta wamu game omini Napoli eboy no opeyin bako yese ne yire awon sika ne adade na oye Napoli supporter yese wanya 40 years na the assembly ba he ne yese time na game no ekoso Napoli ne Atalanta no va and so over 10 penalty na se eko adema Napoli boboko no na ano na yese opeyin wanya 40 years echa se so okasa didi atem one day wa passionate air supporters ne ye no wono kwa TV kwa otimi chance say wakasa na very unlucky na na yire anso ewo ho na yaze time atemdidie de course na so we on de amane ba say one day TV no ne kasa referee na chance we dwa no ano tutu bi e de emane referee no efa TV no na yase na yire tie ano baby sa be man say pato atemdie woni me ana be man no nso obi ani buafu o for asem firi hoko enye na me ne wo kasa yese ade na escalate ye ana ade no ntokwa na yese oba no edi kan fa seasons ana oto ye na be man doje ye wo hu ya ne say yese wakwa akofa sika ma yi bi ne be man toto de abewo wo do kwa ma chese anopa ya make say papa wo the hospital atese wo ja ya de den mesema we de o TV na wanya abotere mo TV na mudi atem no mesema sihia no amanbo aba se obi akodi TV atem amatese ne yiri fi se eyo no akoso so amatese ade how aba enum ayadia aba e wodwumadi so na no pay me ketire ade amabata mami ko Portugal na me kodi nkoma kakra Roberto Martinez wadi nkoma kakra wasi yankamo obi ancha se Cristiano Ronaldo no so penasemo so penasemo se wadi World Cup so on the World Cup waso ba Portugal wono wo ye coach no hu se abante no won de osumbu ye pa adi amade Portuguese national team and so be penasem so on penasem no wo mo se anya eno no mo de omo he but dominim ye pa ye se Ronaldo no e deserve bibia se ene se obo abante na ba so se obo abante na ba so esansa no pa bia so de kwa abante no so obo na ba so sesin so hu Cristiano Ronaldo no every day be o improve Tembia Ronaldo improvement eba ni focus ni training bibia are very different was when your players are Abraham Tanzania ma kama ye pa anu dia Roberto Martinez edi eba e wo dwumade so na no pe no make no enso edi ma was bibia so me ye no mo pa ama Cristiano Ronaldo se ekoba se Portugal ebeji World Cup o metimante no wo so mbe edi ama Cristiano Ronaldo na tese no etime aboye pa John Mikel Obi e Chelsea legend na openina kasa Mikel Obi se nyame anim nie Enzo Maresca ye ja no man koe no and the Chelsea kwetire wase amanfo eka ana Liam Rosino ye adwuma ne ade wase adwuma na Liam ye no aya de beton de na adwene aya nse isi a Chelsea muje baya ane ye kwasa openyan ye adwuma wabo ma Chelsea a qualify ati aya FIFA Club World Cup o mati de so me na so afa Conference League o mati e de so me na so what the Chelsea about top 4 amene Champions League de Chelsea Bobby na nke Chelsea be ma open na ya adwuma no yeso akwakofo bi Liam Rosino de na ba Rosino oba ye Chelsea team no was sign na team ni sign and team on there was ade bi ayira wa Chelsea team no ma enum ebe ha Chelsea ye pa ene ye John Mikel Obi enkoma kakọ di tuja e wo dwuma de so ene make kire e di amana eno na macaritis esi anka mo bi ante se sansam na John Mikel Obi e kana ade a onu de ohu ye se akwabna was Chelsea set pieces asay se ne mi e bo set pieces ade tia Chelsea kwabna Chelsea ntimi ni fani ye but at the point in time nesa nyesa na de no eti teta mana chese kweva aye na adwuma no set pieces coach utimi se bibia e kama de ma Chelsea se ene makariti se corner na ebo se ne obetu free kick se na miemo se na mio Chelsea ntimi ni fande ado ya de o se very poor ede ma Chelsea ye pa ne ye reporter mensa eka ewo dwuma de so na Mexican national team no kwabna yase Mexico for no omo so Black Stars na se anyame anim de omo fani matches bi bosisia no ejo ma yem sisia kwa sesa omo fani matches no won be bo no ho ana so omo mo no ho no omo nse danim because he say no ayi topa ye ana omo toto and civilians ewu a police fo ewu and e ka so omo ti so omo and obewu na we yesi in fact wo mo say ha adwene ye pa wo Mexico City atasem ade no de we na Mexico no wo mo fani matches ha e wo manim no wo mo hunu so omo mo fani match no say impost on be ba wo mo man behind closed doors so say ni kwan so omo bo say wo mo nyane do in fact wo mo say abo mo hu ye pa eno the Mexican national team reporter Meti Efrom Akatena eno da ade say FIFA kasa efa FIFA kasa ma fo be kasa so ade ande de ekwaso no FIFA matches no wo menya bano ha gwadarajara ha no mbebo matches no mo enya se so ma jiri bibia enya se sai o metra se o mere se calmness ebetimi abana teso ye na bia anso nkonkoba enom aye de free FIFA anso akate eba ewo dwumade so na sa asem we ya na Paulo Fasanka se one day odwene hu din sa peace prize na yede ma Donald Trump no kwabra so ye nim gwase papa woni ma de krontia ye tabri peace price e de koma Donald Trump se ona tese aba se asumdwa wodi mintintima ye pa no bi asumdwa na sisi no Mexico na ye hey atese football ani amanyina enkoye informant Paulo Fasenka se was a same pa adema football say football and deserve the say football enya na si ye jama niema bi abiba bi no ye dia Paulo Fasenka at the eba e wodumandie so na one reporter so making it clear 250 million euros and a PS de ba say obo pelamini yaba 2 years ago and no mba no mkatom say 17 years yemfa ko that way and from dabi enya de so mbete and to so mo turning it down no the one reporter at the eba na Ferran Torres say adia ba kwa Hansi Flick adia ba Barca ya say winim na match day we late so obeba aya camper kwabna was say 40,000 euros and ya fine ya twade ato ntino obi ambasa obetwa 40,000 because emu ye dupa 40,000 euros there and into obi apese o escape and ya ba say wo mra camper obi ahwe so obedi time so na no etima boy pa na Anslot aya head coach at the Liverpool reporter Mensaka say Liverpool for say I saw on the 25th of May woman no paying about na so no man decide in the future I no me who said na bra bombe man traso ana say bia ene ombepe coach fufro enti ono so na anya de so ye safe ene Anslot reporter efiri na kate edi eba na yase ade ama baso na for few say Marcus Rashford so mu cha no e ma no kwa be ha mu ye pa ye say Marcus Rashford no ba sa for say o ma hwe ma player bia ni wa ni bo 30 million euros ha gwani Marcus Rashford pedigree yapem wo so ma hema player bia ni ho in fact say wo man tia says kana wo mu jama branch ne kwa ebe ho mu ye pa say wo menya player woni Marcus Rashford ne boss say wo bi bia sa na ta say abrant na ba be sia kan de ma Barcelona boboko no and the says kan de wo menya tia e de Manchester United no e reporter na no pay no me kan e chire enso e de ma na so na Barca ho ya wo ko Barca boboko na wo mu e presidential aspirant bako openya ni dedi Xavi e Valajuana wasi yanka mo biancha ya se wono oba no ba be fa dwane sekima one de ne niam nyina wa he dada kwabna ose one Lionel Messi ba no beba no kwabna ose a joint decision wo many players ne oni player ne betena se na wabisa Barca supporters no no ma de niam atosie ne ni se e kama se esa branch ne ba ono wetu kwan wadi Lionel Messi beba number 2 Harry Kane yes ba 3 days ago anokoka se Hurricane there wa hwehwe amateur wanya document wa ye ne fast checking na Hurricane there obebo ba sa ye pa emom anopai wase Hurricane asem na okan de womnie sakoba so de Hurricane beba kra wo be Lamasia so mo Lamasia no mo player bia ni profile ene Hurricane pedia wo mo nkonko for Hurricane bia ma emom be masa Lamasia boy na ba emom sakoba so buhem na se sa profile no wo mini bi dia ene the next option Hurricane so mo todo and the 2 players one may you aduma na and no dia bay and ye bisa say na sporting director and also sporting director they say Jadeko say nya one reporter woni obi anya aduma and me plan B wo ho many amanfa de din komo me new sporting director me ba me de ne beba na wa ba be aduma no amani e manyina akoye and ye bisa say Hansi Flick was Hansi Flick dey depend on aya reflection on be the system any the challenger any baby abaso na at the moment no be decide so memo paying at traso and also man and traso and the only thing we betimaka mo bia and so tiase ade ba ko person ka I say Barca no was say members ne dia anya club president dia and you whoop club president won't me mama traso e mama tre dia wo pe Barca kate on the oba all inclusive Barca members no mo dia but am ko ili no makwadi nkoma kakra wo ko yi tira reporter mensaka ya say yasi esimina boboko no wo ma fra Serie A referees no mpere fo no phone so wabna ozo ma yo compare ka to so mu referees no wo mo ne o nkasa na sentem kwa mo fa so di matches in the anya de se wo mani jon kra na ya say so mo ne o mu di nkoma mo wodidie pa se ebebo ma Serie A na ne ma ya kama Vasco Vincent mpato oye referee reporter mensaka say mad de tena wo mu game wo mo ne Benfica no na be handle previously 3 matches already e de ma Madrid no in fact emu bako ana akọ adi ama Madrid emu mienu de Madrid dabi emu mienu Madrid awene ana emu ba ko de omalu so against Juve 2025-2026 but omo Juve 1-0 no Vasco Vintage wono ana wono so handle sa game no ana Madrid ni AC Milan de AC show metrewa no ana afe Madrid Borussia Dortmund game na final no ano so sa 2-0 referee ana odi ye anom nkoma kakwa ne na ano ada ye nuanom eja Benjamin Sesko yaso ye super sub oba ya atenakasa na kwabna mukoti nyame anim ni se mo se sama ke Carrick pa mu nya ye make Carrick abo 6 matches na make Carrick abo no kwabna emu mako num wawene one pen na aya draw yasa no aye nsia pe anu akosi di wasa 12 goals and what you say make Carrick de eba na adwuma no pa dia wonim ni ye pa eno ya reporter eba e wo dwuma de so na eno na Benjamin Sesko say somebody need na bencho man fa na ntena bencho kwabna so na ha no de hia ye say oba obehe goal na abo Manchester United akoda ni agwaye gagai enti sisi de Manchester toso 9 e wo league log no so na ja oma adi Chelsea out to 5th position and the sana table no AC ATM but kwabna wonim say ene Ghanaian players womo abroad na no ada one player everybody team with team Manchester United under 20 no ene ye Leicester City womo brand 10 edi ade say Fifi Yabua Ote Kessin Fifi Yabua Ote kwabna akodana about 21 matches wo 12 goals involvement ewo uko Leicester City womo under 21 no kwabna goals de ofan kwa nyame anim de the last matches abrante na in fact teams akaseri na waso mu nyina wasa Chelsea omni Chelsea share no wasa Chelsea wo 90 minutes womo Manchester United a game no kwa not that the NP and once ago the last 5 matches abrante na bono ni nyina go eba achezo tumi saniama ekoye dema akudai na kwabna oye center forward wano wodi ne bom fifi wo betumi abo upeso pushi no na bo standing 9 kra oye okay so Pedro mu bo no the same thing akuda ne bo na bo pa reporter men say ka say yesi wan say Ghanaian players na ebi say dinka chama awokwa wom so the Black Stars no omunya ready ni ade no kwabna brante we so on the wire ready say Black Stars ba ne na say call up ba no Kessin Otere ni dinka ho kwabna so mpupu ni tikra Black Stars ne de obeba no very simple and impato wo de Dynamo squeeze no so na we Leicester City womu under 21 player in fact akoda ni mbobo pa na ade a womu yese wetimi body ma England and wetimi bo Edma Ghana and the okra aya dual nationality at as a penny preference and at as on ebetu so name on the say Ghana no person will see a kind and so at the Emma or my Ghana and the governor where the enya ibia and yafina mo baba na we players and a cry ya can almost more where the fresh wine yenimu on so the oya strako
and when in yes on bornable
kwabna
onim Boborov
me say
onim say proud to ye ne omo enra game no no proud ofinji ne bai
ni
but obai no kra no utimi sa brante no the sharpness is still now is still there
opra na okobae no obebo 20 minutes against Manchester City the next game obo 59 minutes against Birmingham City and who was a goal ano ombebo Ebuham Derby Boreham and also obese goal assist one babo Everton obese goal womu ebo West Brom and no 2 assists womu ebo Chelsea was a goal womu bo Sunderland was a goal and against Norwich City pe and one he goal and ombebo West Ham United and so was a goal and another and one you go into kwabna ye can play a part consistency e wona fa no aya branch and din Eddie Kessin Fifi Yabua Oche and the kwabna we de ekro no yawe ni anti secret mutia we
and the emi den say Abranton like you said or akwanya so between about England and or akwanya so about Diama Ghana but Abranton dey also on the Ghana no person about the man no do also Ghana na no pe
fine player
I say also Abranton dey no I mean yes we dey nya botan no kwhwa Abranton no kwhwa Abranton
went to one match 12 goals
and I think goal scoring at the end I can't be there so maybe
Antoine Janaba
will be the solution.
To win yan woman nim wana on Antoine
Obey
comment.
Yedase. Yentu adwumade so in 104.5 kwasi ehwe ni mamina yenkona ebreno kwa na ekona UEFA Champions League nsemo a sanso na Black Stars nso ensemo habat enne no yen start adwumade ni se memo adwuma uyo obi a eba no fashion say ye pamade so o pamade to ha na ehome se unim eye emema niema pampa ana se unim eye ma niema pam no me so there's this fashion company I will Kumasi ha opo NY adwuma we a full time adwuma ne de ma onye part time enu ye adwuma full time ye tuawka na akatua no so ekoyie pa asada akatua ne de ba ma no yes some free accommodation baby oduti enso beto na afei wetu anya peace of mind na oyo adwuma no na omse enipa omopo no omo no aye adwuma no ayade a onso no obetimi ani omo aye adwuma che yie pa na etua uka ye nyese we no ye fa short term bi na you know aye adwuma timi so a fashion company a super okuma because me body a okura be shock you so amaketua no so de kama panti when it ho na opeso no omo ye adwuma oyo obi a no ma de pam de a me pa cho eno an se onso obefre ye number 0550 919-100. Me saying as the number should be 0550-919-100. Ofra also the child is a main from na minimum and soon Casa Senebia. We wait me after Jumana mensa etimi akọ eyemano extra cash. Medun commodity chawa ebi our first time ote ho asemini empacho extra cash and ni tintini ni tietie nan say ebi anu anya emergency nso no uhia sika na wo de akwa solve eye problem no but o share wallet nso na momo nso no na hu so wuli sika ba ko krampo kwanso kra bi na so a o ba akwa solve eye problem no o de basa no problem adwan say also be ko eye extra cash o be resort to extra cash na say no so itimi abelu out na say ne sie no de di kan no be registration no awo phone so anunti akoba ni say unsu hia sika na de abobesia na se ne esie no so wa for phone na bo star 170 hash star 170 hash options na beba no first option no me patcho choose option 5 the second option choose option 3 the last one now dey activation no me patcho enso choose option 5 na fa activate extra cash no me patcho forms capital ana mo edisa adwumadi enso ede aba ayabonte na enso so sika no giwi on se Ghana fo bi nwie ni na obu ho a ene okogya de ni se ene ten nya de sika ba ni wi afei ni tua no na aye den ede amampa chawo ogia tua se na bia ochene bi no upe bia onsanso no ebetimi aka afei yenko na p phones and accessories na etiofo nyame no kwani na p eba yi se pa se ebe hyiawo na wo so phone enye yababa wo dem na home appliances no ebi nkoye die say excuse ni say yensom biem unima de kontia because say na p buy no ena usika no ensokura utimi ko ho na ono makwa akotena se yama utua hafa de aka ne aspere de ama ho enkenka ne omfon so no na tienie unim say fridge ya fridge ye de sifie say bia open a table top and double door na ode sifia ukura 130 aye Ghana cedis obetimi anya fridge pa nice one amuro wenya so obi ayuda emono tia rubber na edema aye 1300 na onso atimi ade akofie me patro ba ne freezers open chest one bia and so kura 2500 obenya bi ade akofie open aye TV front screen ni bi na de aboard ho a 32 inches ho 43 ho 53 65 akwa kese ni na and so unim say ukra as low as 800 cedis can 8 million ukra bia onso betimi anya aye TV na odi akwakọ border ho so eniema bebre nya no nko a your rice cooker blenders iron air condition so ukra 2500 onso betimi akabi na ba phone so kra dia phone so de etie for ne na ma phone so ya bai smartphones yi Oppo Samsung Nokia open ɛyɛ nkɔdɛ ɔmo tablet a ɔmo de suasuadeɛ bi ampakyɛw ne nyinaa yɛakɔfa bebree ɛde aba Infinix nom item bebree ɛna nana P phones ɛnso akɔfa de aba na mepakyɛw yɛ promotion ɛyɛ no ɛmienu. First of all ebia na wopɛ sɛ wokuta Samsung but Samsung wi wohwɛ osika no ɛnso a bɛtumi de atua ne nyinaa nana P so do any problem for Ghana card bra adum sesie okɔ a ka kyɛ ne sɛ me sika no ma ready half nie monje me Ghana card nie half na aka no mon spread ma me na me ntua ne kakra started from 3 months to 12 months yɛbɛma akwan na onso atimi atuatua saa akɔpem sɛ obetu ɛna utua half na the phone ma wo de bon na onso atimi ade akɔ aside that no sɛ nyame adoma next month Ghana month and so yɛbɛkya die bebree souvenirs black stars jerseys wode awura hɔkɔkɛ na onso kɔtɔn deɛ yɛbɛkya akyɛ World Cup ticket a onso betumi ɛde akɔ akɔhwɛ World Cup ne nso binti asese deɛ nana P ama ewiasa yɛ fofofofofo asan ayɛ dɛ ɛna ɛde aka ho mpatɔw Kumasi adum yɛwɔ aseda house na Kasmi media hɔ an yɛwɔ sanso na obi ba JK abodenim ɛwɔ ɛyɛ dum also crown sabetimi akan pizat me patro ho nana kwesi abeda na sorry nana kwesi abjeman building no honso no ayade na P awo ha obetimi akɔ na ono mo nso no akɔ akodi nkomo enkran obetimi akɔ eye Madina Zongo Junction Tamale nso no Abuabu station ho sabetimi akana na P me patro friend awo 0245 777702 na ono mo eni nkomo kan sitmisha me pacha wunya bi na ono ma ebetimi aboa ama honama eya wo ya ni na no bibia akonkan enso etimi ade amanti tobi nanom tobi nom eba enche de na enso no adanse bibiri na ewo ho a wunya bi na no ma ebetimi aboa wo ama onso bibia akoyie ade ama wo attractive pain say ya wa ana o ma me bi papa bi a konokoto cancer misha ema ne nom na entu ya na se enso emfa emano me pacho atonsu market wa odi ebia wo yira frɛ number 0244 871 862 pacho ene e cancel to me share number yede edi djuma abo yakache no eno no best brand publication omo any choral sports concert na akabuma yame adoma ochina na 2026 Ashanti region interschool super zonas no yede shisha so den 3 days na saa dwumadie wei unse every year be na this particular year de ne de a be unique kra a be say a dance show see the see aye niema in terms of organization ni bibia o chena in fact obia abako baba stadium be hu sa fi season a be ye chese ka be anya asem kitokra enti o chena ana edi dwumadie no asese so eye best brain publication books papa ana omonso atra akwadano from Big school na edekopim SHS na so to tobi diamano na ono so SHS na de akotro ne so he no na otwa ne kama pa books yi awodwa so de opem ntimu bi a eno an so be frɛ 05 07 200 Vim energy drink ebe ma energy sonko ama wo so etime dia bo adwuma kama in fact za energy drink we ni din ene ne honam ena ese onnom ya otumi se vema diama wa odi kwa adwuma kwa ya adwuma no entimi mada so supervisor bebos agwem ko fa ne fi aso onche na onya activity say na na ochena ekoyi wadi ni ade me part of vim ne dia onnom a ema extra vim ema otumi di ya adwuma ebra onso ontebra kranti mo amota company no ya adwuma kakra bi a no abrand patcho solution no adwuma ene vim champagne energy drink na onso etimi akwakutobi na wonom na no so etimi ama eye vim kama pa ana o hye no so eye trillium industrial limited omo ena di aba edwa so I'm so kede eno so o kono akwakusua de obi a person room into mining ana construction and patcho eye I'm so kene se ukọ eye 3 months ene de mount tie na onso etimi e de pass out akwa yi wadwuma se de so operate eye forklift wheel loader roller backhoe excavator nom dump truck ni nyina no obetu akwaje ho ntete 3 months welding and fabrication artisans mu nyina no mu betimi akọ na akwaje eye training ni bi enso obo ho both theory and then practicals your oboasi zongo high sense dan na chiwo no pe na your hose kesepa ufiri obuase na chi na eba na uni obuase na obo obuase abusua bi a obenya baby duty ato na nso no watimi akwa akusua bi ye number no aye 0539 732 766 anopa bia no aye chocolate na eseldom adentina eseldom chocolate very simple chocolate ne de nhia sika bebre onse kane no afi na nka akoto yi milo na auto wi a akoto homework auto homework wi a wato sugar so ubewie na chese kan kosoro osa akra the bed asa de aba be ka ho me patcho the new chocolate ne de atie for de tene say wenim na sa stress no mfam biem esa se sugar dada sanso na cream ne nso wom a chese de ohia nso nwunu ananso hye odi gum a no onum you are good to go na so wanum bi kama ama bibia no aye kama diamanti o breakfast no ana snack time no aya ma no anya chocolate Ghana eni ankasa yekoko ene de aye chocolate say osha package na bibia aye kama taste nso no ebi asan ababe kanti o daso okwa no aju chocolate no ono ama bibia no aye kama no pay amo ana aso yasena 10:43 in 104.5 yenko na yen start yen discussions no emfi amanene and the Champions League matches so Samsung and Monday Night Football Everton Tifie Manchester United okucho mekaba kwa mo antimi anti Kofi Marenska. Good morning
Rich.
Now to say
be fine madom ne ahodenti na o say in a Champions League ho
yeah.
Oh, there is no bigger game to talk about today than Manchester United's win last night.
Nhyira.
Oh, Massa.
I love that.
Massa. Massa. Yeah, Jumanya Nhyira wasem. Nene na very.
Ya tumu 3 points in Indiana.
Besi senior, me buy. Anya 3 points in America ni America. Una aba be Nhyira na me say I don't need your Nhyira.
Okay.
When it is what it is, you see it as it is. That's what I call.
But look, he has a affiliate him no.
But the team is doing well.
So Chelsea no ground that I'm fancy this.
I fancy Chelsea.
No crap. Me no netifia.
Oh, me no got Chelsea as a
Look, you is affiliate pa.
Manchester United. Of course, the team is doing well. So I'll see it as it is.
All right. Me too.
Say a Benu do not say Queen Rebecca. Don't come and cry on your seat because what they do United and Usu. And Tiasi cry. Utimi Swan na Kofi na umpire us. Me will also not against man. Which in 2026, only one team in our Premier League Nima won't lose a game, and it's Manchester United.
We are 2026.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since it started coming, Manchester United, since especially after say Michael Carrick Bayern, the results have been very good. Because I say somewhere around 3 weeks ago, I posted on my social media say, given the fact that United able just once in 7 days, and Liverpool form, Chelsea form are any stable. One year the quest for the top 4 ebe go quickly to Manchester United. Which forget about the scoreline and forget about the fact that Manchester United won the game yesterday. But for me, the most important thing that happened in the game was how Manchester United battled. Anybody that watched the game to say first half, not two teams were giving things away, chances, the ball. It was not controlled, and it was clear because temperamentally, both clubs know. So the first game, of course, was Old Trafford. Everton won the game, even though they were down by a man. And me show says United players, and they needed to respond in the 34th minute. Bobby Ebba from midfield echo Man United left side of my box. The way Bruno Fernandes cover ground and the from blocking ball. I told myself United will win this game because nobody were ready to battle it out, and it was clear. We're doing red card. We've come to the Dickinson. We need to respond. The response was clear. It was, in fact, I have not seen a clearer response. Now, you will see clearly Everton played very well. From Eleman in DIE to Dresa Ghana Gay to Kenan Dewsbury Hall, they created better chances. Which somebody needs to give credit to somebody who has not gotten credit for a long time. And this is this Belgian man. Seny Lamin. Every ball. Me America. If it was Andre Onana, I can come concede from those high balls.
And it's true.
Everybody claims it. Now,
my stability in terms of goalkeeping,
especially some aerial claims, no any set pieces near the idea. And almost on someone want to say the Edwin van der Sars in the likes, but he's very dominant. And I think that I'm not a goalkeepers coach and I've not had a lot of conversation with them, but I'm very clear. Say, me assure say in instances like this, you the goalkeeper need to be clear in your mind. Say you are coming out. And once you have the basics right, you come full force and then you are out. Rich, who was Michael King short no boy? Then out of nowhere, Sonny Lames plucks it out. And makes him a me bomb and say, wow, the performance is spirited. First half, no, it wasn't nice, it wasn't flamboyant, it wasn't all of that. But you could tell that United had one thing. It is the will to win the game and willingness to work for it. It was a very, very good game. And I'm not surprised that even though Benjamin Sesko shares are good, first half, you remember this ball off the line by Brentford friend James Tarkowski. Stop United from getting the first goal. Then in the second half, United had to react. Rich, are you surprised? Some goal na Mosheno was made by the 3 players that were brought into the club this season.
Yeah. Cunha, super pass.
Cunha dropping deep to come and defend.
Great run.
Obabe defended ball. He understood that Masete traps Ama Everton team. No? So Buemo Ejina just around the center circle area ballooned the ball to him and Buemo's control and then that pace and run for a better friend Benjamin Sesko and the cool, calm, collected finish into the back of the net.
Oblite come you also Richardo, the pass from Cunha, the run from Mbuemo and the finish from Benjamin Sesko is a pure magic attacking football. Huge praise to Lamens. His composure was massive. Just give Carrick the job. Can you see?
Can I bro for you, man?
Can you
Oblite
come?
Emani nyani obuguma on the obuguma
Oblite there.
Anay mungum.
Or no, the Manchester there. Ujagwe. Some crowd at the point
sabbatically. The team no. You give me message.
Oh, they brought out the message.
But on kind.
Ebi amina kind. Other Richardo, the pass from Matthias Cunha, the run from Mbuemo, and the finish from Benjamin Sesko is a pure magic attacking football. Huge praise to Lamens. His composure was massive. Just give Carrick the job.
But and that question, I want you to answer. Are you giving Carrick the job?
Too early.
Which, we have another follow-up question.
I do my dear man, yes, till the end of the season.
This is a follow-up question, then you answer.
Okay.
Inka, Obi, your friend, Roberto Di Zerbi. And the free Italy buy. And in the first, how many games has he played?
6.
6 games. Unbeaten. Will you say it's too early?
Sure.
I doubt United fans.
No, because till United you hit your hole. Yeah, the Adumana my coaches be a buy na instant almost as on my result. When you did Adumana more permanent, you know. I feel almost like it.
Which but after 6 games, ain't enough. Because first 3 games, Man United, Arsenal looks like new manager bounce. But West Ham, more than 1-0. Die numbers gets the equalizer. This game, Dickinson away, Enye Kama, Obi and Beso Beshe, people complain on social media at halftime. Second half, digging deep, gets the goal.
It's too early.
TN China season.
Yambo season in way. Yamu baby or the better. Near few say he's a man. Why not? Can't be say any boy. And man bonus season in way.
And it's any so what you're saying is that when the season ends and he's where he is, but Sana make count. So season and another 4.
Why not? I didn't
Champions League.
Uncle
Champions League.
That's it. Yam fight man on to us. But see I think it's too early.
No,
see I be play and say. Yam fight man permanent.
See there our contract. The contract ends at the end of the season. So you do an evaluation when the season ends. If it's at 4th position, Carrick is your man. Wow. Okay.
Too early. Or shake games in the but
no, but
if you say more season in
wait, man, cut too early. No question, what answer? If the season ends and Carrick is 4th, you are okay.
No, Obi so better catch us. Coach about 6 matches, including Man City and Arsenal.
Yeah.
No, I said the idea to change name. Yes, I'm season in
No, but like you said, the contract here to the end of the season. So there is no discussion now. The discussion will be at the end of the season. And say baby or they are because Rich.
No, me answer no omo kaso adena. Though say the adwuma man to the end of the season. But the engine is okay after the season no matter the position nobody no. Yem fed me the man permanent and na make.
Oh, so Odibe 8th, 9th, 10th for the hour. Yeah. At least he has to qualify for Europe.
Fifth is okay.
I think he has to qualify for Europe. At the very least. Because top five they qualify. Ako Europe. So in this case, Arsenal and Man City look like they've booked theirs. Villa, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool. Now, out of this lot, Chelsea know the most difficult fixtures for the rest of the game. Liverpool are there. But the good thing with Liverpool is that they are grinding results. Wakwa away to Nottingham Forest. A game they didn't play particularly well when you are 1-0. If Liverpool peak at the right time with better fixtures, Chelsea can. And that is where the big question will be. Can Chelsea survive this? That is what I'm saying, that for United, if this momentum is on as it is, United should be in the top 4. Chelsea in this run, a game against Arsenal, or a game against Man City, or a game against Villa, or a game against United. Chelsea have not gone to Anfield this season, have they? Because I remember saying Enzo Maresca, Chelsea played at Stamford Bridge with Liverpool, so it means that Chelsea have not gone to Anfield.
So, same level with Liverpool in terms of points.
Liverpool say Nottingham Forest na Chelsea board row.
You mean call for him more Champions League? Oh.
That's it now, pay.
Next season, what to the final?
You see, for Chelsea, Rich, Chelsea destiny won't want him.
Okay.
The good thing is that Chelsea are playing against the people that will stop them, or that can stop them from playing the Champions League. Only Liverpool, bebo. Into you say you're better than Liverpool, question.
Okay.
Only Man United, bebo. Only you say you're better and you have to play the Champions League, question United. Only Villa, bebo. If you think you are good enough than Unai Emery's team, go and beat him there. City and Arsenal, they want to win the league. Who top 4 now person cover champions? Who only say who here than almost winning the league there? Then do that. And then wait, maybe a season you do not kone be the keke. And I foresee 1.2 points, 1.2 points up until the end of the season. Which maybe I'm going for Sunny Lamen. Mon go back and go pick a crank out more.
Did you see the composure of Benjamin Sesko before placing the ball into the net?
United pass. Na more we make rabbit yashe. You know we body move from the last move. Na koko take ko bi say.
Kofi, o je technique na o place ball.
Se me she bi da o ko don.
We bet my video.
Video of Kote.
I fast
Big chase it man send him out.
Kofi.
Na me say Biggie is listening man send him out.
Ana who do only video no Biggie mo me send him.
Say me ba na Biggie o tie chiri.
And Biggie mo bo ni bi.
Dem say a teams any the ball. Ti me ball tie chiri.
Okay. And no Biggie oba ha o.
A Biggie ba me.
Oh, no me ni na o ka pa go.
En me hono.
Biggie change. Oba na otuka.
En na argument mi anko bobo.
And I was watching Benjamin Sesko go ni bi.
Yen be your body ni. Na technique we dey say book mu dey.
Technique na brand na apply.
We book mu
for
dey.
placing the ball.
We book mu dey. Yen be your body ni we sua go body ma.
Chelsea strikers no want to be Assista.
Benjamin Sesko bo on share
go. On
share go in Joao Pedro.
Joao Pedro on to be share.
Joao Pedro on to be share. Benjamin Sesko.
Bakovi. Sesko di Antonin ki ha ho.
Sa Jesus Kukuya na otie o.
Can me.
Possible okay.
E mo ke ba ko.
It's
I no go no say atika. Striker di.
Na mo next man no one.
They say games ni there. Unless e be sure e o just okay. Ya be say ye niam opposition. Let's say for example ye nemo.
Oni Chelsea.
Ne so nkofo mu ya mobo ye mo trepo no mfa mobo Champions League. Anya sa. There's no way I say no mobo metu ase da.
Ye go metu mobo no mama your position for Champions League.
Say be that time atitim. Ye pia Aston Villa mo fi ho. Ne ye da comfortable position. Ye between the match na chem no maba.
Abu metu pia se we say metu the third.
Na say no eno ne ye target o. Yeah, target your third, your fourth.
My next match, one Crystal Palace, Muyamba Newcastle.
These are no games.
They are no games.
So no, me catch you say, your ball. What's some game in we no, right? Your ball draw in we no, and then catch a players no be uncle fi encourage it.
13 days.
Oh yeah, 13 days. Cut the fee. No training. But then now so game near boy no.
No game near.
Sharpness no.
Sharp. Be ube ha weni. When sharp bia match na mo boy na no. There was nothing sharp in there. It's a good one. And so ref here, not Michael Carrick, a player for Manchester United. He played under Brantia You're Freddie David Moyes, who's the current Everton manager. And it was Michael Carrick against his former manager. And it's a good time for Manchester United, or United fan. Enjoy the days that are coming because it's a good one. Which, for the Champions League, some of the games have already been sorted out.
Maybe a dead.
Yes. Newcastle versus Karabakh. Japan. The BNC. But there are tricky fixtures in the 3 games now. Although Atletico, any Club Brugge, about 3-3 away in Belgium. Leverkusen, any Olympiacos, 2-0. Still, again, Inter Milan are staying at home to play against Bodo Glimt 3-1 and a Bodo Shea. But something can happen. And that's what I want us to go through quickly. Then we can wrap up for you for the Mama coach now. Rich, I don't trust Atletico Madrid. And this has been my feeling of them for a very long time. Because Bodo Glimt in the last day of the league phase, I didn't expect that to happen. The thing with Atletico Madrid is that with the inclusion of Ademola Lookman, now they're able to score more goals. Alexander Solo over the weekend, splendid. Ademola Lookman was rated at one point in time, good. Julian Alvarez's goals isn't coming as much, but then Solo and Ademola Lookman are getting the goals for them. Which in this game, one thing is for sure, I feel Atletico Madrid will qualify because of the home advantage. Because I think that Atletico Madrid will take the lead. First half they may win it. In fact, they may even win at full time. So if you want an option of half-time, full-time win from Atletico Madrid, you can go for it. But the game is not going to be easy. The only reason why Atletico Madrid will get this done is the record that they have at home in the Champions League in the knockout phases, especially against sides from Belgium. Almost or they put them in their proper place. 2 legs, Atletico Madrid will go to. Now, Marcos Llorente said, we know we have our fans behind us. And like I said, that is the first thing. And it's going to be a great night. I wonder, I expect Atletico Madrid. Of course, Ruggeri, Hanko, any Abrante friend, Pudo will make the back four together with Molina, Marcos Llorente, Koke, Simeone, Ademola Lookman, Julian Alvarez, and Alexander Solo are going to be the ones there. The plan is that because Club Brugge are expansive, they will use this front 3 to expose them and stretch them and get in behind them. It's a good Club Brugge side, but they are better when they play Brugge in Belgium. When they come away from there, and now Ivan Leko, the coach of Team Friend Club Brugge, said, let's try to show that this is not our limit. We are here to get results, to show that we can do this, even against the biggest teams, and that is what Ivan Leko. I think Atletico Madrid will go forward. Either both teams to score is very likely, and over 2.5 is very likely. But then my most confident speaker, Atletico Madrid to win half-time and full-time and then qualify. Which, Inter ball San Siro against Bodo. Is this the end of the road for Bodo?
I'm first looking at 3-1.
3-1.
Mm-hmm.
Which, one thing that I'm very...
Bodo for no. The amount almost shared day kakrani. I know a San Siro, Inter Beshom. But the question is that, can Inter also prevent them from scoring?
Bodo will score.
Oh yeah, they have this Bodo team will score.
One thing I'm certain is that Bodo will score, Inter will score. Bodo Beshe, Inter Beshe.
So the Inter with him. Go on the 3-1 never.
Inti say Inter beat Machine 4-1 there. And Inter beat Machine 5-2. And Beshe is 6-1 and assist 3. So Inter has to outscore them. That is the most important thing in this tie. Inter at home this season, Rich, they are way better than when they go away from home. I read something around the weather at Bodo and why it makes it very difficult for away teams to perform there. I don't know if that is enough to say that, say Inter in a favorable weather in the south of Italy, the north of Italy, they will be able to tramp over them because, of course, adverse weather conditions can affect teams. That is not to hold brief for Christian Kivu. But at home at the Giuseppe Meazza, I expect Inter Milan to win. Although it is going to be a tough one. Menko, which of the teams is going to qualify? Because, of course, also Inter can win the game by just 2-1 and then they are out of the tie. A back three of Bastoni, Akanji, Johan Besek, Enrique, Barella, Zielinski, Sucic, and our branch friend Federico Di Marco. Of course, Marcus Thuram and Esposito. Over the weekend, Esposito actually an excellent goal for Tima, your friend Inter Milan. Rich, this is the danger man for Bodo Glimt. It is Hogg, that center forward, not there anymore. Very, very dangerous when you play with him. My pick is that either teams are going to score, Inter double chance most likely. But if you want your confident one, is an Inter straight win and also to go for it. Which Leverkusen say 2-0 away.
Nomne Befi against Olympiacos.
Olympiacos into me.
Okay, so Kofi, I push you to the wall. Nah, this little exercise, key to web now for course, you know. What's near about 4 games?
Yeah.
Already wedding carcass and Newcastle kwa bag lady dead. Ibenya Newcastle. So I got 3.
Yeah.
3, you know, between Atletico Madrid and Club Brugge, when I be Ubeyin
Atletico will go through.
Atletico Beko.
Yeah.
Inter Bodo. I was taking on Neka.
I still want to believe Inter will push it.
Inter.
Inter beats me at extra time.
Leverkusen Olympiacos. Okay, I'm saying no grade. Okay, can see as a Leverkusen because so Atletico, Inter, Newcastle, Leverkusen. Now some more mubo home no. Omu dina have a corner.
I think that's all of them can
okay.
go through.
All right.
Now, yeah, should do ya name and Rich. On Sunday we won 12 odds. Now, and then me catch say when it comes to Champions League now, me person would because Champions League Tuesdays and Wednesdays I name down. So consistently, baby I so I want to make sure say UTM in Kwan they are Champions League time there's already bet and then all of these codes make sure don't miss even one of them because Mesia why you home papa. Rich first one no 10 odds a BW3F28D27D. Second one no a 12 odds a BW3F28C215. That is the second one. The third one a BW3F28B0CF. The fourth one a BW3F289A40 and the last one a BW3F27BF2A.
Okay.
These are the codes.
I'm into Greece. Emfa Enguso. Yes. I'll say Fifi. I'm a true Chelsea fan, but please let's forget about qualifying for the Champions League next season because we are not serious. Fifi Kwenu, I said, did you see the composure of Benjamin Sesko before placing that ball into the net? This is what Ghanaian strikers, striking players ought to know and do. Okay, Fifi Kwenu, and at this message at the Abene Anope Kabite. Wisdom. I'll say Manchester United fans can talk. I'll finish this Benjamin Sesko ball with cheeky ease. Hey, that got wisdom. Okay, Ati. Chelsea strikers and when we apply this technique, Benjamin Sesko this year good. Joshua. Good morning.
Richardo. Michao.
Bibi Abokodia.
Biaboko.
Don't Kabite, you know the buy.
The message on the buy.
Was he a Casado Dona? Benjamin Sesko go say, on Obeshani cheeky is.
On the Fifi can ask him no. I mean, the technique is not so difficult a technique. And, I mean, but Richard, who can say Chelsea player be any or betting Yashesa go? I want to disagree with you, Gabriel.
Muplezi, Delap, Windiminje. On Obobo be a fast.
Delap, the ultimate chance, who they uniform.
Joao Pedro.
I think Joao Pedro betting Yashesa go.
Obe placebo on the camera.
Obe placebo.
Exactly.
But let me commend Benjamin Sesko because also of free Bundesliga ever Premier League, there was a lot of pressure.
Sure.
Got to be bought for over 80 million pounds. It is automatically you need to hit the ground running. And in Premier League news, there's no holiday. Ubaya, she said one goal like yeah, they are background they be chase you park next so the fans will chase you and get you to score the goals. But Benjamin Sesko over the last couple of matches, the way of position free bench eba he comes to make an instant impact. Manchester United omunya this kind of performance from Sir Benjamin Sesko here. But let me also add this that I think Chelsea and sure they will not qualify for the Champions League. And I am a passer make us the same way. Because and before
from a Chelsea fan.
From a Chelsea fan's perspective, on say yesterday's game between Manchester United and Everton, I was expecting say omo draw at least at the back of a Chelsea coach's mind, said Liam Rosinia say no. Obohuni say there's still some chance. So only Manchester United beating me a battle. But now United are training 3 points. Chelsea have very difficult fixtures to play. All the top 6 sides only Omumbo return fixtures. No? And I'm wondering how many points are Chelsea beat Mania from all those games. Because ordinarily, baby Aston Villa was Siciano. Now we're saying a team beat Liverpool and a war. Into this season, Aston Villa have upped their performance. Liverpool have not. But Liverpool are getting the results. They are grinding the results. And start grinding results and a bomb to qualify for Europe. Which I think Chelsea will struggle to do because already Chelsea now they are seeing their problems. Answer no fixing problems the time or the ability to fix them and get the players to know what to do. I think by that time the top 4 would have been decided and it would have been over for them in qualifying to Europe. It will take a miracle for Chelsea to qualify into Europe. But you never know. To say the Premier League is full of surprises. Yeah. But let's expect the title race and the top 4 to be decided on the last day. Looking at what we are seeing now, it will drag, a bit draggy. We will not know who will qualify for the Champions League until the very last games of the season.
So from a Chelsea fan perspective, looking at games now,
yeah,
and how tough are a year for Chelsea, no?
Yeah.
Oh, the who say on paper, will be you on
after yesterday's game between Everton and
Manchester United, no?
Because Saubekaya, Manchester United only Fulham boy this season Benjamin Sesko shares our last minute. You could see it say Manchester United have found a way to win games.
Sure. It was the first, you know. Near problem about your goalkeeping.
But that has now been
solved.
Good.
Again, not goal scoring and so a problem because creating of chances Bruno Mobeye.
Good.
But when the ball net
yeah.
Benjamin Sesko was not scoring.
Yeah.
Now I shall say on the switch goals.
Good.
And it seems like now the Manchester United problems, you know, about 80%
has now been solved. And Carrick, he also came with I wasn't born Abasu. Because new manager bounce, no, take it aside. When the players know that they have one of their own in their midst amongst them, a player who has played for the club, player what born whom why are there for the club, with them and having gone through all those difficulties that they went through, the players listen to such a manager.
Sure.
So what the American say, and I think it's working well for the players because gradually, they are understanding what Carrick wants to do. At least, by the time season be end, now baby papa.
Okay.
And I think Carrick's momentum would help Manchester United get to a very good place.
Man, them solution now for me called Bismarck Owusu-Bempah Ayala ho. I said, please don't forget, Chelsea can do the undo. Please, the underlying word is miracle because we've been doing it. Okay. Oh dear. Miracle. No. Miracle. Good morning. Now what is saying?
Oh, Nyamia do me hoye.
E de Nyamia say. Say the yanum na epe miracle no. I want to go back so I go per result no. Omu suffer miracle. There's a miracle on so obey play obobo.
Miracle and one over the weekend we were Cape Coast.
Yeah. Akwa banso.
Yeah, call for Enya Kofitela Poba. Ne naming ceremony be na ye call nti obi bia oni e call Cape Coast biano. Ya dasa ni pa corner se. Enye easy. Nse obi make trip na wakodwa onua nti obi a obepie mo Cape Coast bia
because of poor baby ano pay yada was a pass utimi kaya when I acquire program in kama the entire members may discuss my you and ano pay and say the amu yeni nyina no mo be se mo ba na mo competition we bi
Champions League
enti mo ntoso nkoso ntoko bi o se mo ko bi ha mo nko na yenhumo. That is where you belong to Mumra. The only person comment I made media ma and they said, Enra, at a point in time, I saw the old man you. Now, and your man Kuye, I didn't see how they were going to win. Then at the latter part of the game, I saw the new man you. That man you, that who players in some unique and one maybe say, look, we have to get it at all costs. I was see a pequem be actually a game way. And go on the tone. Look at the reaction of the players. They know say I see a dear uncle be say we have to get to the top 4 and we need to win games. Be say the spirit is coming back. Our performance need to be consistent. And that is the few challenge. But and you also love players be say Kunya, Mbwembo, Sesko. These are the new guys. You see, you're the mobile push it team, no. And on a night like that, if it's a new players, no, it's me up to build up a player. 1-0 win. It is very, very crucial for Michael Carrick and in the Manchester. And we know, Rich, very good. So where the dynamics of the league now, and we win a big at the club, a friend of Manchester United. And it's good. Montreal, the Champions League from the EPO. And now there are 4 games in the Champions League. And out of the 4 games, 2 of them to me any issue. 2 of them to me a issue. Even 2 issue, no. Bako and Comodiano was roaching Bako. So we start from the issue. No? Inter against Bodo. Ura Melan Konisi ya na oko the inter party na enkomo mu di baako pa wo mareho de omunya available so many captain Lautaro Martinez because we're bra. They so needed him tonight. Lautaro Martinez se ocean in games with say Rich, he carries the team along with a performance, with a leadership quality, and with any breath. You look at his eyes and you know, say, he is trying to say, Yama and Imbre. Without him, Rich, Inter a different kakra. And I'm a far pioneer. He has been Inter's best player in all the years I had here since Oba Club. Say Inter do Champions League final. They had to rely on player. They said Lautaro Martinez. Say Inter be BB or Benji Scudetto and BB. He has been Inter's best player. And then you are not getting him. And a big loss at the Matima. You friend Inter Milan. Now unim. The Inter person and you may say obeso ununa bodo for. Now qualify. Or then a pedigree. Ni highest San Siro. What will be that? On Sadiano.
That Murphy.
Yeah. Bodo is a small club. And you know, you won't tell us, Adie, Uba be a bit see. Nay, for atmosphere, and by the time they realize we are gone. But Rich, does these things work on this Bodo team?
Mm-hmm.
Look, they've met Man City.
Champions League.
They've met Atletico Madrid. They've seen these games. And Uber no way, no. They size you up and almost 3-1. They know you are beatable. Now this is my fear. Without Lautaro, you have to go in with small boy Esportivo. Very good. Our presence. Or your bulky strike and one thing. area situations super born on a night or block you or mouse no. But you see, the Inter team we've seen from Inzaghi had 2 strikers, but one of them I am Mercuria on only born a ball. On him to trade in tight spaces. Then one of them will give them some presence, But without Lautaro, Rich, they have to go in with 2 of the same type of striker. Bulky physical presence in and around the box. In Esposito and Thuram. I think that means Uyeboda, all that you need to find is your physical self and then you to deal with those 2 strikers. Now, Rich, by 2-3 seasons in here, Obia Champions League Bia and answer one follow Bodo. I say there is one attribute you can't take away from them. They are very, very flamboyant and fluid. Omo ni a pass it. Why you so be attack or may you have film creative space no my share goals. Now, if that is their main character be any more Europa, how about say Omo San Siro against an Inter teamer? They have to throw caution to attack them and score because the game Inter are out. Inter say 1-0, Inter are out. Inter will need to score from 2 echo. Say if they want to have a chance in the game. So a Bodo teamer, they strive on the spaces you give them. But this time around, Inter any choice. They have to give them that space. And Inter winning 1-0. Obefia be defending me upon obetimi aye. I was San Siro. But this time around, Inter need the luxury to play Italian football. They now need to change their minds and play proper attacking football. Against this Bodo team, Rich, you can't play attacking football and expect them not to hit you back. And you may intend to qualify.
Bodo be you, my friend.
Yes. Bodo be you. Their first leg results was too poor. So also comfortable about San Siro. Then the results must be tight.
2-1B.
Now they are about 1-0. 1-1. Now they are back. But 3-1 against Bodo. Ebia, who said there are some fairy tale stories around Rich. People will still doubt you until you do it. And Kofo will still doubt Bodo. But for me, I've seen enough. And so we could have 3-1 they call interfere. Rich, they will qualify. Inter pray. Bodo will qualify and then you read our San Siro. Now, I dear interference in Yan. Atletico Yakakra. On go Belgium or the 3-3 results in the buy. 3-3 results means and then you read Diego Simeone can choose to defend and get 1 goal, defend it, and qualify. And our coach to have a game plan that suits his philosophy. Because we will not want the game to end 3-3, BM 2-2. That game like chaotic derby. So let's control how I play a game. That is what Atletico Fonnebaye and then you against Club Brugge. Look, Diego Simeone don't need to call the Wanda to support them. They will come. They are one of the teams that are very, very vociferous. Now, Rich, this is the Atletico team. Maybe most of best at with Soloff and Alvarez. Then Lukman Ekete to pounce anytime will be then a lock midfield of Koke and Loriente with Simeone as part of them. Very, very workaholic. Adia who here Diego Simeone and any defensive line. A man cofonation. A man Fopsimo and Tifree Emba. Now, me sure say Diego Simeone right dressing room and then you before they come onto the pitch. Obaka Chomo say, Brugge team no. Omu nisa Nigeria no nyeka won fifi their team balance is suspect. Onyeka is suspended for this game. And if they have a weak midfield without him, na omuni balance it means say omu fu no omutino because omuni so balance ye weak. And Van Eyck now you captain no. he plays very, very well in the number 10 position when Onumsenechi is sorted. And Onumsenechi is sorted because that Nigerian is not there to work in Fifin Emma Omo. I think so when you can take something away from the club will get him. It doesn't mean that I so much my expectation on let's go 100%. But I think say a no man kitty be o game and they will be able to qualify ahead of Tima, your friend Club Brugge, and then you so Patrick Sheik 2 goals no share, you know. Greece, you know. I'm a tie way home and drive for Leverkusen. Rich Ukuta 2-0. Na Olympiacos never of here or by Germany. You need to find a way to just make sure say on you qualify. Even at their home they couldn't score. Can't be money or my team and football back to Athena and Germany and on my own moment. So I tip Leverkusen say on able to me aye Jumano. Now I know point me sorry and now better. Rich, one of the games I have tried to escape Newcastle and Karabakh
because of the first leg result in 6-1.
Ushe Man City Newcastle.
Yeah,
what did you see?
One day I'm the ball game now.
And a true second half now. You could clearly see say because of the midweek Champions League they were tired.
No my bread.
And no credit is over or fly and for any game now. Almost players no that's on. And how Chinimu Tanya.
About receive players in the
respect some of the players and rest them. And see, I am not expecting the normal Newcastle and Enyumre. Omujidia will be that say the Jacob Smokra and Wolokumo Karakoba, we should be good enough to hold on to a 6-1 first leg and qualify at home, especially when Yebo was in James. And see, moment now for this game. You should just be wise about it. You are not going to see the usual Newcastle. They are tired. They want to rest a lot of players, you know, for the rest of the competitions now. Mate said, I want a pre-match press conference. You know, say only boys in the side before the start of the competition. And as someone catch your money say, their target is to get to the round of 16. Now, Omahe baby a competition, you know, they've already gotten there. International media, we will see a lot of rest legs. Newcastle, they think say 6. Even if they lose 2-0, they've qualified. They lose 3-0, they've qualified. They lose 4-0, they've qualified. And to Obi inform, just come and let's party because they can't Jumano in the first leg. And Rich, that is how I'm concluding on the Champions League. Mamima 2 goals be na Efa Adebia and Sana. Mababi D and Kumobi and then Kumo Wufia Yasam Ketwa. Yeah, the Bakubi out of my assassin never pie. And come over here. Now, my mom said, Crab will be away involved in common or yen or yen, Juma.
Bless na, drink. Hey, be a no crowd.
H, remember 2 course, but remember first one roll over and mama when the course. No, these are betway course. First one, A, B, W, 3F. 2A FA 84. Then and the games, you know. And you see I think around 6.60 odds. And also a BW 3F 2B 4EE4. And see, roll over there, BW3F2A FA84. Then the next games, you know, over 6 also, you know, BW3F2B 4EE4. Now, Rich, who come social senior as well, on Sa Ebeka Ewo Ehonum. Rich, and then come on. And Timon and say Blasters qualify. Ebeka World Cup. Now, ahead of the World Cup, you know. There are 2 games next month match. Blasters Ebebo as preparatory games towards the World Cup. Now, in the groups games na Ebebo no, our World Cup no, yebo Panama, England, and Croatia. And so 2 Europeans, our group we need to test ourselves against the Europeans. The way on game no esi etie. That is the reason why you have 2 very, very good European teams in Austria and Germany. Now, and no preparations in the course. In Premier, Rich, the Black Stars technical team has still not concluded on the squad. Now, and who feels be brave, no? And Kakani, they are connected to your local league, your local incomono.
And I feel a ban saying, technical team no man could bought 2 games, we know. I'm a collapse woman and me. Now, a bay is a house of 2 goalkeepers in Benjamin Asari, and then Solomon Agbesi. So, Mimi and now from a house of folk, Yamamo collapse. A bay ye will crew mama. Platform Biaba Cosubiano. I don't know, be a discussing. And them watching me, and you say, oh, now say fair one particular team, maybe 1 or 2 players, and I 3 or 4 at the corner, and then use your example, baby. If you say, okay, if the idea is say Black Star technical team is okay, in local league, you know, you have say your man and renting so the opportunity. Send a almost be the exposure because these are friendly games, and baby on my few say goalkeeper near the no. Notice 1 or 2 players be a few almost no or make me a solve some problem in their mind. And then I ain't check Sadiano. Near one particular club Ukuma in House of Folk. Because, hey, one team come away. And young commodity amount for debut as we amount for debut
a blasters. And Obia wa Konya so Chenajin. Yeah. Team no. Ghana Blasters. A senior national team. Send a word in your Obia or Konya so be share. Oh, asemno. Okay. Who say the difference between Yang and the typical footballer of our Ghana? And they say, apart from say wa Konya say be chere adwin no. Yene yana ye introduce the discussion to omo mudi nkomo no. And ye intro of the discussion no. The intent of fire rely on ye say oh muna mo ben asam no. Munka mu no kwani amfa ni nkomo. Enti there are facts. There are no cre. There are information. Ye na nkofo rely on us for the conversation on benya ewo force line ho. PZ ho, Bantama High Street ho, Ashtown, Mampong, or Boise, or members of Moody Blasters and Common Nano. They will first have to say, oh, and let tea and shadow, almost have some saying it's here. Now for almost so Eddie Dio Muncomo, our baby on bedding communibia, and tea and pay less. Ye nincomo, ye momo info. The Omati Bebrino, we are not saying obi sauce and yanocre, but so we ginger passports over the years. These are the facts. First of all, what the car be share some media? May I start in free? Rich. Say ene blast us a call up barbon thing. Not bibia NC in the original list. Assemblying to any of the goalkeepers. Agbeshi is not part of the list.
Okay.
Agbeshi was called to go through the process of say a secure visa mano.
As it was standby.
Because he is on a standby list.
Okay.
Who was standby processor players no more main squad no from the same way na be fam. Simply because you ever say say BBC
quickly do
you have to get it and put it down. Say na BBC ya no. Na ye de woko enti the fact of the Agbeshi ensem no and say Agbeshi is not part of the main blaster squad CCA, but he is part of the standby list. Say any of the goalkeepers are unim say a type form of blasters no. Say bibi koje nye e wo bi hu a Agbeshi is part of the goalkeepers now. You bet me transfer from the standby list to the main list enti ebia a process now rent any firm no and obinya hint in the media so Maybe I can't suffer the passport, bra. I could take in the fingerprint. You're not going into a chest when you call up. But the difference is that Agbesi topic in the Rich, a standby list process and a offer muno until that clarifies the issue from your decks. Now, Rich, meet me, I can say, from Yankoma Yedidiwo, the corridors of the Blasters technical team, no, any idea, no. Rich, there is only one position under consideration for a local outfield player. Oh, Blasters.
Only one
position. And see, they are say about Salim Adams, Hubert Jew, and you know, they are not part of the Blasters consideration. Gabi.
The position of one and consider.
There is only one position in the Blasters. There is a consideration for a local player. That position is not midfield.
Okay.
And it's a midfield.
That's how to play.
Then it means your league, yeah, boy. So we are midfield and quadia. There is no contention of midfield. See a local player with Nako. Enti Salimu, Seydou Sanao, Hubert Jewu, any player be o mention biano. Senye sa position na make one seminar. Rich, he is not under any consideration for the Blasters. That is a fact. Now position there. Rich, there's a strong consideration for the Blasters technical team at right back, because they are getting very, very close to concluding. Say
they can number 2, no.
Calibrenchi on your right back.
He's a midfielder.
And after watching him in Asia play in his natural role as a midfielder, no, they strongly believe, say, and even after the friendly games, you know, I mentioned the whole ball for Norgeland, no, they still think, say, look, to get the best out of Caleb is to bring him to the midfield. Inti Opushiba, with a big gap, a right back. In Pimprin, probably apart from Ali Dizedu, you need Obia or deputizing. No, I did say on also able to me in the event say game when you Ali Dizedu game and I will pra and I'll be being on to me bar. Right back bang and you ever consider Rich. That is where there is good news for the Porcupine Warriors.
As Antiko,
because Rich, Lord Amwa is a strong consideration at the Blasters level in Canada. They've watched him consistently and they think, say, he has shown, say, what it takes to play at the highest level. The entire mean can see and say, pay my information and you're conclusive yet. But Rich, see any local player or our food player in the game against Australia, Germany, the likeliest the Ghana Premier League will get will be Lodamwa. Then
probably a goalkeeper.
Say on your
out for the
say goalkeeper the Rich. Once there's Benjamin Asare, we know we have a local player in the Blasters. Benjamin, there will be on for the Sankano.
Apart from no, and you consider
your best bet for a local player in the Blasters for the two friendlies, no, as of today on paper, Lord Amwa, and our strong consideration.
Okay.
Say a better conclusive, we will never get a conclusive until the squad is announced.
Okay.
But he's the likeliest player. See, a outfield player from your league now. Ebe Abrantia. Your friend in Lodama, because he's being considered strongly. Now, Rich, the last filler. Still now, no mean, if you bet me a ball, the Blasters technical team, they are still looking for a number 10. So recommendation, yeah.
Yes, I can much yes.
Oh, Samia, what's up? Benjamin says, "Go go see the Canadian." Even to be considered.
You nanye. Omo fro ameka do the English akwa no.
Omo nyane medicals. But there's a big worry.
Okay.
The Blaster technical team doesn't consider even Kudus as a number 10 in the team. Omuyise Kudus will do all 10 or send Omuyise no Tottenham. He can come there and play. But Senka Omunya will be pa. Sa position obeti me ache say obe babo ni here. That slot is still there, Rich. And they
consider for a local player.
They are considering Obia.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is the number 10 position is up for take.
Okay.
Yes, there are players who can play there. Jordan, Kudus, and they are never know can say Rich. Say yeah, you Obia Jordan about 10. Oh, walk up. I can tell you for a fact. But they think Jordan is a striker. Say Komunya number 10, Papa. Obe boa, obe timiabo. So, Rich, these are the information from the Blasters camp.
Rich. Number 10 is any serious because we need a creative player. Uzana, you may feel
you will be. Currently.
Oh, I think that you need to for my Abia own do the level where we feel like Abia or the other number 10 is what we are saying. But we can at least get somebody that can fill in that space for us. Give me a building.
Then come on VVD. Can number 10 and I'm saying there is this guy Augustin Boachi.
Yeah, Augustin Boachi.
Oh yeah, number 10.
It's about Austria also.
No, about French League 2.
Okay, French League 2.
I think for Saint Etienne.
Okay.
Very good player. With me about player last time playing about Frank J Jr. Yeah. Number 10 with me about. But you see, what the team is looking for now is not someone we have to build.
Yeah.
What up na bang?
Hit the ground running.
Yes, and
now
yeah, Pobia. Say your bully didn't show who corner scouting report in the man. One Kasako budget to say this player can come in today and start playing tomorrow.
And is it because of Mohamed Kudus, Penna or Pebo on this 19 that they want to take him out of central zone or Nakobowa and Nana?
Okay, it's not a case of say they've ruled out Kudus money.
Okay,
but they see him more.
Okay,
but the team numbers on mobile now as a player come in from the right on side, you know. Than to play in the number 10. So, Omo you be send America can Kudus Jordan
number 10
are being considered so they can play there. No them best
but Minya Jordan behind Antoine and Kenya Bado. But it means Antoine is our number 9. That is sorted because Jordan you consider as a possible number 10. Then your number 9,
okay.
Or that opens the kind of worms of
Jordan. Okay, Jordan is considered as your number 9.
Okay, but he can play the 10.
But he ain't 10. Then he has to come back and play because according to the profiling of Obiano, say no Citiano, say open number 10 or you creative or draw fouls. On him how to come and stand in the space. So and say here can say minimum data kotoko number 10 for no. They can read and come and stand in between that. Jordan is very, very good at that. Onim nyansa power sade no ye bu game na no obe pe baby gina as a number 10 no can say fa bo ne mame ojebo no so ed so be jam finish him so you have to foul him or 10 work or pass and or eye for go into obetimi abo any sound man so that is the situation
and the Semenyo is say consider no he well me Semenyo more effective so obo winger
so he's there so that is why his name is not popping up in the number 10 role. Okay. And that is why I'm saying, say Jordan the air striker. And so it means that Semenyo is not either a striker or an auxiliary striker.
Okay.
He's seen as Kudus with the NB. Since for instance, Kudus on the right, Semenyo on the left. Then you know, say you have those two players. They can give you weight, especially when you game, you know, as
underdogs.
So
they are against England.
Counter-attacking games, So over counter-attacking games, then you need your most scariest players on the flanks. For some counter now, to say Calibrianchi Pedaniano, who don't pass into all. You know, Kudus and Semenyo can run to that wings.
I because of Calibrianchi form, we've come to accept and love midfielder. And then Calibrianchi, Elisha Wusu, Sibo, Pate. So over 2 a midfielder.
Caleb Pate. Yes.
That means that Caleb has to work hard, powerful Pate.
Oh, Caleb is a natural number 6. He will play.
Okay.
I had the opportunity to watch him play against Korea, against Japan in Finfi.
Yeah.
Now, but that is his position. But but when he was, I think even against Comoros, he came to play Finfi. Your game against Mali, or Bebokaka. You start to see Enya Sedu back from the injury. Caleb Enya, cameos, yes, gets to build himself up there. And now, this is where they want him to play. That is the truth.
Christopher, also what of Daniel Kovic? Kovic were Kofi Prache.
Oh, it's like a conversation here.
Kofi Prache.
Kofi Nipa man a chance Panfa is Kenneth Doffer. Like I was saying, Kenneth Doffer has been given a lot of opportunities, but it hasn't really clicked for him.
Thanks, Insha Passports. I say you have actually started whipping up interest in the Black Stars, bringing the World Cup home to Ghanaian minds. Okay. I say the mama interest in the Black Stars interest.
Rich, that is the situation.
Okay.
Now, Lord
Amo.
Obet me abo.
The Lord.
Omofa Gideon.
I think Kotoko. I think Kotoko fullbacks in the
Osajo forward excellent. When he's defending, excellent. Very, very good player.
Mimi the Kotoko fullbacks I've seen both on one SC doing
the things Lord
I me Paul Mohopa sometimes I will build up even against the big sides. Fullbacks on also technical and both of them have it.
Yes.
They are work without the ball, pay too much attention to it. But say the ball man will wing on him say out of pressure he can. I say every time and he pitch the composition but still he's able to and he's diminutive and into pace, to me cover. Say almost share the defensive work and he's good at it. I mean, why not?
Okay. Member somebody Lord better to a seed. Dintia. A seed on the ball very good. But defensively, sometimes he's too careless with the tackles. Oko kemno oba. And say why late that. Or you're too quick to take it or two. At the highest level, Rich, there is no margin of error, baby. I am telling you. Ukoshia Bukayo Sakamwa. Not born ya bat with Chama Omwa. Ukona Lonjin, boom, yellow card. I feel to be mobium. But one thing I love about Lord Nese, Okopa. But Rich, even when he is late, he doesn't come in careless. He is very, very cautious about the defensive duties now. On yet top, Dabi. But I love that about him. Like Oji, say I shouldn't just give it away because I am late. Say Lord as number 2 and I right back. Anybody who can him, I go cross it there, Rich. The assembly anyone on him sorry any year. And he just need to understand blasters already no and they onye defensively obetimi add to team no the way on best on building no and he will be fine. Me only question and say me follow Kamadin since a movie called Ayala Lomduman no and I am one why he's not being considered ahead of Lord. But Abia, that's why I'm saying me follow here. But it has always been on any Lord for consideration for a right back from the local league. And I think says a Lord in yes, Kunyana. Enye mwa no pro kotoko for post on social media.
Lord
Amon,
okay.
They've posted him and they've shown his stars against young apostles. They know there's something cooking for the boy.
Okay.
And they will need to project him. So, Lord, or cut him in the bad. At least if he's giving your man a taste of what the Black Stars is, now Okono to me called justifying one. I think so. Obeti me.
Any activity wisdom. So on so play be opposite.
Yeah,
See, your friend Enesopoku. He's a right winger, but he will be a very good attacking midfielder also. The GFS should consider him. He played for Leverkusen currently.
Yeah. No, on Bomagano. On checking the profile of him. On Bomagana.
I say, be no person. I say we should consider him.
Oh no, be Obama. The Netherlands there. You better than consider. If the guy
still on you're eligible, maybe you're eligible.
Oh, he has chosen to play for the Netherlands.
Not say you wait to have fun. We didn't your life.
But me know say players are a kind of more bit my form. The technical team and the FA knows a change.
Okay.
That is why they were able to bring the raccoon money at the bottom. Some of us also Bundesliga, yeah. But they knew where they are on committee to any national team. I'm saying NS is not part of his category, you know.
Okay.
He seems to have made his mind up, say, on my.
In Partey's case, anything can happen, so they should look for a strong backup in MFO.
Anything can happen, as I said,
unless maybe football proud. Maybe I'm proud to the World Cup be now.
Anything can happen, then we'll be able to make proud.
Yeah. I don't think so. Party issue in team party.
Party says he will play.
Oh, so no, I can say.
That's a Villarreal.
Villarreal.
He will play. He will play.
Okay. If you wrap up enough, you say, maybe to my chief for number 1 or 2 now.
For me, the good thing is that we started scouting early, and I like the fact that last time we said Ghana technical team, no, yeah, games here, but we need to start scouting properly early. Maybe the idea about coming keen on is your left-sided centre back on how Salis will be progressive with the recovery, and then the other left-sided centre backs. Then we can see who the partnership will be.
Okay.
Say Jiku.
Okay. Say Saliswa.
Yeah.
Will you be comfortable with Jonah Ajete, Jiku?
Yeah, I've seen,
even though none of them are left footed. But
the techie guy or Bashaka
Jerome
yes,
only left footed.
Okay.
And there's a strong consideration for is it Pfeiffer or Pfeiffer?
Patrick Pfeiffer. Yeah.
There's a strong consideration. This friendly game squad in my manu so is someone they.
I think Jonah JT wasn't bad the last time.
Yeah, Jonah is, and he has been very consistent with the Black Stars. They be Oba, Onyabi Bo. Oh, the neighbor Treba Kutimbo. Like I said, Lord Amua, say I forgot to mention it. Say, oh, Lord Amua will tell you more. If you decide to go. As a wing back, he can give you whatever a wing back can give you. And it's there. Those are the considerations I have. Yes.
Almost so much emergency. 3220 83581 835 82 83. Semi brain abubo so oba yenche adwena yenko yanim. Hello, first caller. Hello. Yes, sir.
Ricardo.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm Tajati Kwadam Kasefi. Master Blaster players na local players na moji omu for Blaster and the mamu ko bi mazu. Ball full we amu ba na mo ko Blaster. Ko to ni hands ball ten we amu boy. Ade dia mi ko mi se mu presenters no. Mo na mo ma players ni ko ma ko hwe no ma ba. Yetia akwamzo ko bobo Libya.
Hello.
Oba Ghana ko utumi ne bi mo.
Bacho. Hello. Hello. But also didn't hear say.
Your family chance last week I'm Kasefi coach.
Also about 2 team bay.
Me a house of a player.
Oh, okay.
House of Folk supporter.
na o support House of Folk na o ba radio so na o say omo bobo na ye tantantan.
Na ball ya bo nti ball ya bo no.
Dabi nyanto bo say ball enso animpo a. Eni kwa say o this camera say e tantantan.
I moment can that.
Esa ebe no ye local league na etimi anyini. Na ball radio so na say utim bobo tantantan.
Look,
Sabi. Wolverhampton Wanderers in Premier League ni ma. Omo win 3 games.
You can say
Ubenya English person obey this guy.
Performance na perform. But you say tantantan.
Oh, above form.
Tantantan na say anyakuro.
Blasters level. Ubetima kabi ba ka say here tantantan ya.
And I'm shocked why he has him putting. Hello, next caller.
Ricardo.
Yes, sir.
Me pacho. Na nambo nsati otosu ni atamta simple. Mr. Obe Boma Baso. Moya de pa. Yesi eme ni so ye de ho. Kenya me adom na se gasa ko bo franje match. Na se ye local player ba ko ni nduka ho. E bo akwa mo kura mutumi sua de bibi free mu de ba. The local league. Eno na bona be na amplify. Etosu mi no. Manchester United so. Me de you see them we ni game o. Emu de papa cha.
Okay. Young finance caller. Hello.
Richardo.
Yes, sir.
But I'm not in the Kusuko Joko. And the Mamcha boss, oh, Kusuko Chisia. Now, Richardo, Edika, my member, man, you for battle. So what I see. As I'm seeing a team for Asna, man, you poo, and your team for the you can put off on me. It's like a car, I never found him here, you must him. Maybe if you got a farm, say, yeah, you're convinced, you must him. And I send that from Solowaka, then I'm going to free top 5 and I say, the year papa.
That's it. That's the finance caller.
Hello, Ricardo.
Yes, sir.
Now you hear from a moko. Moon Cobabia, yes, you have a barber.
You.
I have a barber, you simple.
That's it. Okay, I'm the nice man. Yeah, to 3 points. So, Bobby,
Hello, Ricardo.
Yes, sir.
A family drama make a TUC.
Okay.
The man you in this other than Yagio.
Okay.
The man Yagipa, and call me a man you fan. Now, all the Chelsea got the man. Chelsea, this are your more umbrella, the two. The West try a draw. Or no, a better baby man you free. Then a Premier League in Ricardo, Mr. Monkey come walk a crack. You could still do any new. Could only have so many troca a day. I would say, dear, Shani and Yaji. I don't know, dear, no. Yeah, Koshani around. Refits so minimum walk a car.
That's it.
That's a power.
That's the last caller. Now, infantry home run.
Hello, Ricardo.
Yes, sir.
I'm but your family I came Kuku. Last time, I didn't show so be and support to last time. I now friend now, say. Last time about your leg in a Santana players, you know. I want me support to Blaster and I say, Jamie and I need the Akumana Fena, best support to Blaster and support your Blaster. Players, no, to board on mobile. Who call works from now, Okana, or Mukrampo, or Mukas on board and time. Born now, mobile, or to connect house. Baby.
Matuasepa. And you see, it's all kinds of tantan. A league tantan, and I produce a goalkeeper. I'm a national team number 1. League in any time. You can say league number 4.
But Richard, do you blame?
Which is, I agree.
Do you want to blame Colano? Young cry,
because a league tantan.
Juma to be professional enough to know the way you see a casa. Your orientation about your products, you didn't want your project in po. Yet me, you cut their chin say. So how do you blame a supporter soccer?
Electoral and they say your Ramadan month into Omonia money now from Kenken to Kankai. Omo Ateso. Na electoral and the Eban home appliances are brandy beer as is what in the na kama biano omo etombi. Na electoral and some country say Richard catch Romo. Now go TV no. Ukra 699 and new 700 cities Fabaji TV cover them. Me patrol per fridge 1999 and new 2000 Fabaji fridge go through them. Samsung chest freezer so no so 19999 niema na ya fusano. Yes Samsung washing machine Ukra 2999 and new 3000 fa beji bi fa onso ko sufie na fasiw niama Samsung microwave in fact TCL TV sahodo ane aye water dispenser ni dina ade akofa bebre ade abani dina media nom ya tititi ni dina ebo no so epeso bia enso timi to mpacho take advantage we Ram our Electroland showroom bia na also kotom niama ni bi san say there because of Ramadan intino ya tete bon so epeso bia eto niama ni bi enso ede ekọ eye efie mpacha wo penchemu bia eche we da bia a person come showroom ni bi na akoto niama ni bia frɛ 050-315-9739 bringing Ramadan value home ano aye Electroland omo ade no yemetwa wo kitu bi ne amra yemetwa adwuma de so emfa
minuso twa wona zisia na me na me phone so na ese ye peno maten ya mo general captain de ho na yes you retire
na ye general captain kami mpese me ko kan wo so no na sem ne kano
kano maten
kan ya
no maten yes Andrea
first ne dia anka fine na ye say dia chama
Amusu garlic bitters ma moja di afrusani ye blood pressure any
ubetimi abeka omo bet influencer no ho we nye den eno so we be multiple bet bet way we new code na da bet no so no share na foforo entimi enfantwa bet wa code no eya na foforo do code no etwa beta unso obenya sika e di a free bet way for eno and a friend bet way bet influencer we gaming commission ajatum undi 18 years I'm sure betting emra emma ho kwa ba what the 18 years abro so dia and also no all bet and bet responsibly bet way almost get way more. The number one Dio spray I would drama so a Rexona 72 hours. Rexona 72 hours. In free bacteria and a deba. Sa bacteria na men free no. In free on so na man kakakra e ba wo. Rexona say omo de 72 hours deodorant aba ema enfifre mpontil na enka etimi aba ho ebebo ho ban ama ho ye fresh 3 days na edaso egu ho a obi abenwa na ho sampa ho aye hwehwe sham enti adenti ana akoso ayusu o diospray no abra onto Rexona ni bi baby a yeton deodorant spray bia provision shop supermarket mall baby a okwa na what you see Rexona eno bi eno na eye papa open dodo today na wakoda the ash ewo advanced savings opposite wa ewo kaeshi o takwade so market circle ho adjacent car bank ho wo kumase amesesa anoche plaza building ni ma opposite boss fm nsa ebe kan daddy ash obetimi afraid daddy ash na otubi amount ewo 0531013881 0531013881 and then the action kwa ko beauty glow and so ewa obenya Rexona be bray na wato edi akogu shop beauty glow ewo 2 shops ewo Doom PZ I be asempa pharmacy KJT Dubai shop number G1549 Ben police station beauty glow ewo udu KJT opposite gate 8 wa sa building na CBG e bank ni ewo mu no beauty glow ho won kan so a Makola mo na sa Makola Central Market ho onsa ebe kom enye deodorant nko na univer ede aba samina tete locks I use no ombe improve one aba sa open samina edware wo fie na wan ye hwehwe sham na skin na toso na bon ho ban a eya na wa use locks ede amame baby eton samina bia akwa onsa ebe ko locks ni bi sa open dodo atu a eya na offer Big Jake I was 0244812364 0244812364 you live for sa open number and also so 0543 384-958 0543 384-958 Esham obi odi jare bia se na joba ta so yin
jare at me say yeah we dey me die free nso kama very scan kama nji ya no obi akotobi na yekwei mame enwehye elder Alex Koku Anderson Kaswa Church of Pentecost happy birthday papa from Oyere Oma any abushani na nanom obia say ye show happy birthday Elder Alex Koku Anderson our Kaswa Church of Pentecost nyame sha opa na wakoma so ade ni na nyankopon nyini na emfama ho oma kwatenten na wakoma so ade ni na no emremu enso emfama Elder happy birthday ya sorry adom ka say na eto so ye ba as usual obra at one Tuesday edition no ebeto aso enso edi amamo yakra munna
adane ntokwasam ne tuturasam no mo koye kemu ye yase akwada wo bonwa wo ma chichede na so nkra wedi Sudan da no mkobo yo yase adisuafo nkonkodi agro dia friend say intakoibi intakwo wo mo kwa kodi o mu ko hururu abi ba down ba kwa America akototo short put discus javelin high jump triple jump no ma kwa ko hururu ne sa no ma na ekowiase sa adisuafo yi woni nipa bi aka wo mo kwachi disuani baako a wono so woni school wa branch senior high school e ma ekowiase wo mu du fu no ma abrante no topiti toba ha e free bus na wotwa bi ye di asem ya monim sam ya ka se ko ba ne sa ne panyini se panyini transmas fo entry se de no ma si kro na wo se hwemu mapa etimi kwaso ne nesi adifo wo moto wo mo sa frɛ suasbu school no panyufo no wo mo se montade na hye nkrofo wo mo se hai wa nani amon kwankwa we nkrofo ne bras man kwa hwe o ma ye ne mo de ye ne mo ba chia yam de asia do nwoma so ma Ghana de hye wuso esense mo ya ye mpanyumbo ne mo ya ma mo frawe na nka ye ka na nka refo wan hwe captain's bank mo ne ye de bebo mo nani mpanyufo ne wanhwo ne ye ti ye sia de suafo miensa wo ma yiro mo se teo a mo hwe ani mu so am do ko gina embra ani mu na arwa kwa wo mu si na bo te se Steven ebra wonye babu mu nipa na afi ko wiase